Happy Friday, guys. It's Open Comms.
It
Wait,
is.
are we live?
We are live.
Sir.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
God bless.
That's right.
Someone's got to.
How's everybody doing tonight?
I'm sad now. God damn it.
I was gonna use a phrase, but I'm not gonna now because it's poor taste.
Is it? Well,
I was gonna say surviving, but now I'm like, oh, that's a weird choice of words. If somebody just brought up shit like that,
Oh, you got a hurricane
I
hitting you,
feel-
so you're it's surviving. It's apt. Come on.
that's fair, I guess.
Saying surviving is.
I'm not trying to be rude.
It's definitely more positive than the exact opposite.
That's true. I mean, it could always be the negative terminal.
It could be.
negative terminal.
Yeah, I've not been.
Right, like electronic
Yeah.
means are beyond you.
Well,
So-
yeah, because I'm not an electronic person yet. Like, I'm not. I haven't turned myself into a robot.
Did
But
you try?
Once the functionality exists.
It's not gonna
you
happen.
can
That
bet
kind of
I will.
attitude. I mean,
No. I'm saying, like, hurry it up, Elon. Like, Elon, if you're listening, I'm ready for it. Give it.
I want it now.
I want that chip in my brain tomorrow.
It's my money and I need it now.
I have that character because Manic talked me into it.
Elon Musk.
877 isk now.
Oh Jesus.
Ah, yes.
We were gonna do something with it. We never did.
I was on a conference call with someone in the UK and they were complaining about not getting equipment on time. So I sent a PM to one of my other network engineers with a reference to it. And my boss is like, question mark, because he's old, he's Gen X, and apparently had never heard that meme before. Which resulted in 3 millennial network engineers having to explain JG Wentworth to our boss.
God.
I've recently seen the commercials on TV again. I don't know if they're making a resurgence or.
I've seen them again too.
Yeah, it's like okay, because it was a time period there for a while. They didn't see him for a while, but they're like, you see the skating one,
I think
The
that's
Alpha
what
one's
it's
the one I
called.
remember.
the skating rink. It's fucking funny.
So just as a heads up to the audience too, not
How do
only
you use
are
it
we
when you need it?
down Manic, but also we are down Drayden. He might pop in by the end of the show. We'll see though. So
I've been waiting for 2
I-
fucking weeks to yell at him. Yeah.
So I'm hosting the stream tonight, and which is why we're going without some of the bells and whistles.
It's better than just my face for.
I
2
can
hours.
whistle.
And I've got bells, so I mean,
Fine, bells.
if we need them, wait, it's available. If you
50
need bells and
months.
whistles.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Woo wee, 50 months. That's a long
Reminds
time.
me, I need to resub.
Oh, is everybody doing good? I mean, I just got some bad news. Unfortunately, I'm like way out of the fucking loop right now. But
Yeah, I mean, we.
we'll start with drinks though first.
Yes.
Go around the horn first? Okay.
Yeah, let's go around the horn while I go get a beverage. So do me last.
You guys
A is for
triggered a hype train.
Alcaroth. Oh, look at that.
I'm spicing it up, and I was gonna tell Skyhawk all about it, but I don't know if he walked off with the headset on or not.
I have a headset on.
Okay, I'm drinking something my mom brought me when she came through last week. It is House of the Dragon themed dragon fruit pomegranate craft imperial. I don't know how well this will
Ooh.
come through. I don't know. It's some partnership thing. They're pretty
Nice.
fun if you like sours. She
I
brought a little
Yeah.
6-pack, and I've drank like this will be like number 4. I wasn't trying to drink.
Who's the brewer on it?
Somebody called Ace. Ace
Yeah.
Cider Company. I don't know where they're out of.
Delano.
Let me see if there's any indication. Canned by California Cider Company, Incorporated in Sebastopol, California.
Oh, very cool. Hey, Rayo, good job,
When
buddy.
you started
With
saying
50-minute bros.
Sebastopol, I was getting a little nervous for a second.
Yeah, me
I was
too.
like, whoa.
Yes, there's one in California.
Well, here's a question: if it's House of the Dragon, how many brewers have died so far?
Oh, I don't know.
How many what have died?
But it does have like 2 family crests on there from what it kind of looks like, but I don't recognize the second one. The second
Sounds
one kind of
nice.
looks like a torch, if I'm being honest. The
I
other one's
welcome
obviously
that.
the dragon logo.
Drayden and I were actually talking about having a watch party to go through season 2 of that too. We'll probably do it over like 2 or 3 nights. But we'll say something about that in the Discord when we actually figure out when we're doing that.
Gosh,
Alright,
that
so-
would be fun. Going through season 1 would be fun as well.
Yeah.
But
I
also
would do
watching Deadpool and Wolverine.
Fucking.
I just saw
was
that
good.
yeah,
was a
last
good
night.
movie.
Movie.
Super good.
Dom, what you drinking?
I'm doing beer again tonight. I'm doing Left Hand Brewing Company's Milk Stout. I can see it. I almost bought Dragon's Milk tonight, though. I wish I would have now since you got Dragon beer. God damn it.
Dragon's Milk is made just down the road for me too.
Yeah, it's good. It is good. It's just pricey. You know the problem?
Yeah.
Milk
Life's
stout.
too
is
short
that-
to pay
is
for
that a
shitty
play
beer.
on? Is that a play on the Always Sunny milk steak?
No. That's just a type of stout.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a common type of stout. It's just it's like kind of got a sweeter. It's like that deep stout flavor with like a little hint of sweet to it.
Ooh. I want a milk stout now.
Life's just too short
It's
for
fucking
shitty
good.
beer.
Yeah. It is. I agree.
Hype
That
train.
I'm a beer snob now because that's my philosophy.
Got a hype train going, kids.
Oh yeah.
That makes me hype.
Good
Fuck
flow, I'll
yeah.
hit it.
It's a hype.
Well, speaking of good beers, I have the champagne of beers.
Okay, yeah.
No big deal.
That's not a
No
good
big
beer.
Deal. It's
Bud Light.
It's literally called the champagne of beers. How could it
It's
not
cheap
be good?
though. Miller High Life, champagne of beers. It says it right on it. They can't lie.
That would be false advertising. You can't do that.
So LB, of all the cheap beers at this point in my life, that's the only one I think is good. I think that's actually a pretty good beer for, cheap beer.
I like it.
Oh, we got the hype
Stick
train
with
going,
my
baby.
plans.
What level are we on?
73.
Level 2 complete.
Oh, 2. That's not very good.
Two's fine. What do you
Risk
mean?
and Alterari got them in that one.
And for me, right now, I am.
Oh, we
Damn.
I
got
just
it.
gave one to LB.
Oh,
Popping off.
Giggity.
And for me tonight, I'm drinking some acai blueberry pomegranate juice mixed with vodka.
We're both doing pomegranate.
I love pomegranate. I'm not gonna lie. I love that shit.
I tried.
It's
You know the little
underrated.
bottle with like it looks
I like
like little like orbs stacked up. It's a brand. It's a brand of pomegranate juice. My mom had some in the fridge one time when I came and like visited her,
It's like called.
and
pomegranate,
me,
You do,
I think
right?
you're probably right.
POM.
yeah, and me just being her son, I just like grab something out of the fridge and I'll just drink out of it because I'm a heathen. And it was that fucking palm, and that was like the first thing I saw that I was like, oh, what's this about? And it was like so hard to take that. Like I feel like it's a concentrate, and maybe that's just something people drink, but it was like drinking a concentrate of whatever the fuck that is. Like if you watered it down, I'd be like, oh, that's reasonable enough. It was harsh.
Ask a question.
Efron,
real quick.
do you drink grenadine at all?
I try not to.
Not straight.
I'm not a cherry guy though either. And if I eat cherries, like I like okay natural cherries like off a tree. Maraschinos taste like plastic.
What about a tequila sunrise?
I'll just drink the tequila or put some orange juice in it. Let's just do orange juice and tequila and like leave the grenadine at home.
No.
I swear I was thinking for some reason the grenadine was pomegranates, not cherries. Maybe I'm
believe-
wrong.
No,
I believe it's.
it is, but the cherry flavor is pomegranate is used a lot for cherry flavor for some reason. I'm not sure.
Oh, interesting.
Okay.
I was gonna say
I
it's the
didn't know
shit that friggin' maraschino cherries float in, basically.
Oh, you ever drank that? Just straight?
I
Out of the
don't like-
jar?
Maraschino, so I have not.
Oh, it's really good. It's weird though. Sorry, got distracted.
Red
That's
Bull,
what I'm
do
having
you
tonight.
drink? Oh.
Sorry, what do y'all drink?
Dragon.
Dragon piss?
No, dragon.
You're dragon. I get it.
Dragon D's nuts crossed your face.
Hell yeah. I like it. I mean, more than
Um,
dragon.
I'm drinking Dr. Pepper.
Ooh, 23 different
Nice.
unique flavors.
I taste the
spices?
24th.
I think there's like 12 and they lying to us, honestly.
Oh, it's
I
my
don't think-
tears.
That
That's
might
my
be a bad
tears.
batch. You might not want to continue that.
Oh no, I've cried.
You've been
into
crying
it.
in your Dr. Pepper? I
Yeah.
got a tear in my beer, right? Is that the song?
That's right. Shout out.
My like one of 4.
Level 4
Things I
hype
know.
train though. Fuck
there we
yeah.
Oh, that's funny. So even though he's not here, I gotta say this now because I won't remember later. So I've been pissed at Drayden for a while now over the Rush versus Led Zeppelin thing from like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I don't remember. Remember that, Ackroth?
I remember that. Yeah.
So I'm like, how does he not fucking know Led Zeppelin? They used to have songs about Lord of the Rings. He's a Lord of the Ring fan, right?
Wait, they
he should
did?
fucking love.
What?
Also, and I try not to
I
be this
didn't
guy
know
because
that either.
there's always somebody who has this.
They have a
Lord of the
song named
Rings.
Misty Mountain Hop. Maybe. There's a Battle of Evermore, which just basically tells the story of Lord of the Rings. And then there's Ramblin' On, which talks about how he loses his girl to Gollum and the Evil One in the Darkest Depths of Mordor. Those only 3 I know for sure are about Lord of the Rings, but there might be more.
I'm gonna have to go and listen to those now because I
That's real. Trash.
Yeah.
Trash. Rush is trash. No.
I just
Ramble
remember
on.
it being funny.
Rush
Like
is
I
not trash.
try not to
What
be
did
one
I
of those
do?
guys who will hype on like you've never seen this or you've never heard this or whatever. But like the fact that he thought that song was
Immigrant Song was Rush.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, what? I was like,
It was
what?
completely-
That about-
I was like-
that hurt. That hurt my brain when I heard that.
I'll say this: Immigrant Song is great, but the scene in Thor Ragnarok where Thor is on the bridge still should have been Twilight of the Thunder God over Immigrant Song.
Negative. The only reason I
No
say
one-
that, Vlad, is
No
more
one's
people
ever said
know
that.
Immigrant Song, right? It was iconic. It was perfect. Right? It was perfect.
Yes, Immigrant Song is iconic, but Twilight of the Thunder God fits it so much better.
Too hard.
I thought it should have been Thunderstruck, personally.
That's what they should have been playing. That's what they should have been playing in the arena when he's fighting.
That's because
Hulk.
I'm basic, so, you know, it is what it
Yeah,
is.
when he's fighting Hulk, yeah, Thunderstruck would have
That
been,
would've
good for
perfect.
that.
Yeah. You're not wrong. Like, you're not completely wrong. You're partially wrong, but what do you do?
Yeah, well, never be completely wrong. That's the rule, right?
That's right. Never go full wrong. Chemical.
Is that what the phrase is?
You're trying to catch yourself from saying a gamer word.
I did. Yeah. Chemicals. We will get to that. I promise you. It just takes us a while
big number go
because we're
up.
dumb.
Yeah,
I
we
like
just figured
talking
out
about
that
big
we were all
numbers.
drinking.
I like big numbers.
Number go up.
Numbers go up.
I shared some downvotes with Angry Mustache for like talking shit to some wormholer who was crying about it.
Numbers going down.
Yeah.
Also, CCP, do not nerf Pochfed. Pochfed is fun and actually good.
Somebody
Don't
messed
say
with
that,
it,
dude. What the
So
fuck?
What did happen?
Yeah,
this
now you
week?
monkey
Did-
pot.
Do we even have a community beat this week? I don't remember seeing one.
No, there was not
No.
one. There's a monthly economic report, a
There's
thing
been
about
no-
extracting your potential, and patch notes.
There's been no community this week.
Damn.
I did my
What are
best
they
not to talk
changing
to
in the
anybody
patch
or even
notes?
look.
They announced the people that are going to be doing the AT commentary.
Where'd they put that?
20th. I guess probably in a private Discord somewhere.
Oh, you're one of the secret people, aren't you?
Leak it,
You
leak
got
it,
cool
that
guys.
red line.
Yeah.
Leak it?
We all know you like to leak things.
Shut up.
I agree, Darwin. That was a good.
You're not
thing.
wrong.
You just don't like being confronted with the truth.
Shut
What?
up, man. Don't come
Go
for me
picking on
like
Redline.
that.
He'll cry. He cries.
I don't think it's leaked, but if it is, fuck it, whatever.
Then say it, damn it. What are they going to do? Print you from PanFam again?
Probably not.
Sorry, that was fun.
Lord, I apologize. That was mean.
I put it in the cast channel. Anybody you know, you can shout them out.
There's a bunch of shockers on that list.
No, there's not.
Not at all.
I know.
Not
I
at
know.
all.
I'm especially happy about the top person on that list.
Chest hair commando. I love him.
Mystic.
Yes.
He was so.
I love that dude, man. He's one of my favorite people.
He was
one of my
so
favorite
much
people.
fun to hang out with. At,
Absolutely.
At NOLA. Like I'll
That
never
guy was
forget.
a party animal.
I bullshit with him in Discord a lot. He's a fucking cool dude. I like that guy.
He
Mystic?
is.
Mystical, Mike. Yeah.
He's a terrible
he
Discord
was
moderator.
going,
Oh,
he
he's
was
moderated,
going
but
partying with us till like 8 in the morning.
I'll just never forget like walking back to the hotel area and walking past a bar at like 4:30 in the morning, and there was Mystic in there. The bar was closed, but he was hanging out with the bartender, still drinking, and we got let in too, and just stayed there for another hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah, dude's a legend.
But
Great
on the list are Mystical Might, Starfleet Commander, Fear Vina, who I don't know, Ali Aras, Moderator, Black Bart Pirate, and Wingnut Cross. So that's who's going to Iceland for the AT to commentate.
Bart's a good.
It's very
person
cool.
to hang
Oh,
out
good
with.
choices. They've done a good. Yeah,
I really like the
Yep.
AP.
A lot of tournament pedigree right there.
there is. Yeah,
A lot
that's
of tournament
good
pedigree
stuff.
for
Yeah.
sure.
And that's what that's a place you don't. In all honesty, you don't want to take chances with somebody you don't know for sure. This is important to CCP. It's important to a small section of EVE players, but it's vocal
It gets
section of EVE
huge
players.
viewership for us every time.
It does, yeah. No, it's where you don't want to take
Like
chances.
seeing, like,
Go with people
5,000
you're
people
tested and
watch.
true. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm good with it.
Yeah.
I mean, they
I-
didn't pick me. I didn't apply for it, but they didn't pick me either.
I didn't play.
Yeah,
I wonder if Rain's
I
gonna get
would have
trusted with
applied
any
for
buttons
it.
this year.
I would have applied for it, but I didn't want to go to Iceland. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah,
Wonder if
I mean,
rain's gonna.
that-
I don't
fail
know
to-
anything either, which that helps. We know
sentence-
stuff.
Yeah,
I don't-
I also
the
don't know
sentence
anything.
I don't want to go to Iceland doesn't make sense to my brain.
I think I've
So
explained
tell you
it
realize how
before.
expensive it is.
It's expenses paid, but
Yeah, like a free trip to Iceland is like no question.
Well, that's better than have to pay for it, for sure, right?
well, yeah, it's if
True.
it's free. But the
Right,
thing
right,
is
yeah.
like I just don't want to be on the plane. You feel me? It's a long ride.
Yeah, when I went
It's
there,
not
I flew
that
Icelandic Air,
Dog.
and I
It's
got
long enough.
the row that was right in front of the exit door, so I had all the fucking footrest I needed. I had nothing in front of me at all. I could just stretch out. It's fucking fantastic.
I was
Yeah.
I was just looking at flights for FanFest yesterday because I'm going to book mine within the next week or two. But round trip out in Iceland Air nonstop out of Detroit was $667.
Wait till
So much
Iceland Air
money.
releases their discount code because they do it every fan fest. They give a discount code for flights.
I'm going to keep my eye on that though because they only do one flight per night out of there 4 nights a week. It's one of their more limited routes, so like if it sells out on that night, then like just get wrecked basically.
Yeah,
Oh, dark.
I'm going to go through Dulles. That's my usual MO.
It's 2.5 hour drive for me to get to DTW, and then like just a 6 hour nonstop flight. It's just a no-brainer. Like it's so easy. It was so convenient flying out of Detroit to Reykjavik last year, or well, Keflavik.
Yeah, I'm not going to fly back in through O'Hare. O'Hare's a shit show. If you're a Chicago person, I'm sorry. O'Hare's a shithole.
That's what Kale's gonna have to do because last year he drove all the way over to my place, stayed here the night before, and then we went to Detroit.
How
But
far is
O'Hare's
Detroit from your place? Is that 2 hours?
2.5 hours. Oh, not too bad.
No, that's not too bad.
My most humorous memory of being on Iceland Air was they were doing passport checks on the flight back in 2022. So they pulled my passport like, "Oh, you're riding in the front of the bus," and they pulled me out of line, go past everybody to get to board first, and then Delana's on the same flight I am, and she just passes me as I'm already seated, gives me a look like "fuck you."
Did you flip her off and say get fucked?
Nah,
I can just
You
picture
should've.
the
it's
look on
not
her
humorous
face.
than anything.
Get fucked. I liked Iceland Air. But I went there was a long time ago, and I don't think the rules are still the same, but fucking booze was free once you were in international water or international air. And I got hammered.
I mean, Iceland Air. I liked Iceland Air, but and I'll say this because that's how I see it is the hard product. The seats are premium economy. They call it business, but that's what the seats are. Now the soft product though, definitely business class. Nice lounge, nice food, gins are great, and especially in 2022 with my vouchers from canceled FanFest, I paid $1,000 round trip in business class. That's a pretty
Nice.
damn good
Yeah,
deal.
that's a pretty good deal.
That's a really good deal, yeah.
Yeah, I flew out of Denver when I went there.
I'm with Delana. We don't need a fancy class.
That's
I'll
right.
ride in the
Neither-
cargo hold if you want.
Eat the rich.
I would ride
My-
royalty class if they let me. What are you fucking talking about?
Like
I
a
need-
C-130 LB.
My thing
Yeah.
here is I need a window seat. I don't care how much room I've got, past that. Just give me a fucking window seat. Like, let me at least be able to look out at the world and feel like I've got all the space in the world.
Also, you can rest your head against it and sleep better. It's nice.
Yeah.
Airplanes put me to sleep,
Or
I don't
you, get
have a
one
problem
of
with
those, or you get one of those lie flats, and it's like, yeah, and then you just lay back and relax. I flew on one of those to London. It was so worth the money because the sleep quality you get on a lie flat versus even a angle seat is just so much. It's so much better.
Also, on the nice thing about the U.S. flights, which the odds are probably going to start going down to see the Northern Lights here in the next 6 months. We might get lucky next May though and have opportunities while we're there or on the flights. But seeing the Northern Lights from the plane was just a whole next level experience.
That'd be fucking cool. I'm saying the only thing I need for really is one step better than a C-130, Vlad. I'm not doing that. The cargo straps not the way to go.
Honestly, if it was cheap, strap me in, baby.
No, they're not comfortable.
I'm not
I slept
trying to be
on 'em,
comfortable. It's like 6
but,
hours.
I
I'll
mean-
be fine, dude. I got a week of vacation to be
No,
comfortable.
that's my brother came back from Syria last year on a C-130, and he said, yeah, after 14 hours in there, they're not fun at all.
Yeah, but I'm not spending 14 hours in one of them.
You gotta
If we're
bring
talking about a
hammock.
hypothetical where it's like cheap, but uncomfortable, or like, whatever, then I'm like, I'll take cheap.
That's
Like
good to know.
6
John.
hour flight.
That's what airlines like Spirit, Norwegian, etc. are out there for.
We flew there. We went through. We came back on commercial planes. It was fucking awesome. It was weird. We had weapons with us, but it was still comfortable.
Air marshals, man.
This was a long time ago, before most of you were born, probably actually.
That's fair.
Skyhawk, I sent you a DM with the seats I had on my London flight.
Nice.
It's one of those of, I'm going to do that trip maybe once in every several years, so fuck it, I'll splurge.
Yeah. I really want to go to London at some point. That is definitely on the list.
Best way to afford nice vacations.
Oh, shit, snap. Sorry, Vlad, this is something that everyone else here is going to want to hear, because this is E-related.
All right.
Kale just sent me the screenshot. So when they were doing the 20-year like celebration box, Kale, we ordered one for both of us. He just got the email that it's going to be, or that it has shipped. So
I
the
got
boxes,
Have you got your email
yet?
the boxes have started shipping.
That's been a point on Reddit. People have been complaining.
Yeah,
about
the last
nothing's-
few weeks.
Nothing shipped.
I was getting a little worried that I got scammed. I'm not gonna lie. I was on my list of things that Ask Skyhawk tonight. Said, "Did you hear yet?" Because I hadn't heard yet.
Lots
Yeah,
of
it's
people were saying it was the next Nix. Remember the floating Nix that never came about?
Yeah.
I saw the email and I actually looked at it for a bit because I thought it was a phishing email. I am suspicious. My company runs a minimum of one email a month for anti-phishing, and I've never gotten caught yet, and I'm like always knocking on wood. So, and if it was up to, and I've talked to the guy that runs it, and I told him if it was up to me, the congratulations email would have like a link to a prize drawing that also was a fish.
Space Sailor, is that any better for me? Am I quiet for you guys? I'm wondering if it's just the stream.
It's
I'm hearing through Discord. So I don't know.
Yeah, same here. I've got stream muted.
I don't know. Now they're not confirming it.
Yeah.
What
Well,
a terrible
They've
community.
got a delay too.
So I got a question for Starscream. Are you like me, whenever you get domestic first, you don't get bulkhead seats because otherwise you like run out of foot room?
Who are you talking to?
He's
I don't know.
Starscream was asking a question in chat, so
Oh,
A
okay.
very good conversation for all of us, so we can discuss how much we spend on our flights and vacations.
Yeah, weird flex. But okay, so
you're
what was
super relatable,
so
Vlad.
what was on the list of things? Someone pinged me. Oh, you pinged me.
That ping?
There should
the
be, like,
economic
a
report.
channel for this.
You can talk about that.
What is the announcements? Later. Economic.
Should we do
report.
the
Number
should we
go
do
up?
the sad thing first, or what?
I don't want to be sad, but yeah, we should.
I don't
We
want
can
to
get out
be
of the
sad
way.
either.
Well,
We'll do a shot.
No, hold on. I can pour it. Hold on. You don't have to wait for me. You can start talking. Sorry.
Oh, no, I got a pour shot too.
I always make myself like a big cup before shows, so
I do too, but I got to refill like 7 times.
Stratagem.
yeah, I'll usually run through, depending on how long the show goes, I usually run through like 1 or 2 full cups of rum and coke mix.
Yes.
And my mix, it's like I fill the cup halfway with ice and then to the ice line with rum, and then I pour a Coke Mini in.
That's how you make
There's
it.
no point in making a drink if you can't taste the booze. I mean, fine.
Yeah, it usually ends up being about a third cup ice, a third cup booze, and a third cup Coke.
Nice.
There's a moth in my house. It freaked me out of my peripheral.
I just found out about this today because I've been
Hi,
away
Delano.
for a while, and it made me really sad because I knew the guy. But he announced 2 days ago that a nominate from the
Yeah.
Goon Swarm, the Imperium, passed away. I don't know any of the details, but it's very
Cancer.
sad.
It was after Battle with Cancer.
Yeah, there's a big RE thread about it.
Fuck
There
cancer.
for you.
Fuck
Yeah,
cancer.
fuck cancer. I was surprised. I think he went to the DC meetup just this past January.
I remembered seeing something about a meetup in Ohio recently too, where it was like,
The
like
Cleveland,
last,
right?
or yeah, like last chance, go see him.
Very sad.
I liked him, right? I tried to get to know him better every time. I've met him several times, different meetups. I don't think he liked me though, honestly. I'm a hard person to like sometimes.
It was funny.
I
I would
talked
go
to
to
him
especially the DC meetups, which is like 99% goons or associates, and I'm like the one PanFam person just crashing it. But I talked to him a few times.
Let's raise a glass.
A good dude. I mean, whether you're on our side or not, he was a good dude, right? He just was. He was very important to our game. He did a lot for us, right? For all players of the game. He's a good dude.
6-time CSM member.
Yeah,
Was
that's
he on
amazing,
it?
right?
Was he the most tenured, or he's got to be up there at least with like some of the most tenured CSM?
I think so.
members.
He's got to be. I know a couple that have 4, but he's the only one I know that had 6. I'm sure there's others, but
Well,
I don't know. off the
I
top of my head.
remember one stream on the Meta Show where he jokingly called the rule that CCP made, where like it was 2 years on and then a year off before you could run again. He called that the innominate rule.
At least partially, he's got to be, right? He's one of the reasons. It has to be. Yeah.
What was his main job?
Mike
with News?
Azariah was on there quite a bit too, right?
He had a
Way,
lot
way
to do
back.
with their IT stuff, I thought.
I mean, that makes sense. The guy was a Linux admin.
Sorry, say it again. Or I
He
misheard
did
you
a
say.
lot with like the IT side for Goons, at least at one
Yes.
point.
Yeah. Yeah, he did a lot for us actually.
Sorry.
There's a Sino Vigil next Saturday.
Okay.
1DQ. There'll be
16th of
gonna
August
have-
at 18:30.
they're gonna have ventures on contract for the public, I think. You
So
wanna
it looks
buy a
like it's gonna be
venture
1DQ and UTech Q. I think UTech Q is for people who easier for non-Imperium people, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's ours now, but I mean, it's
Oh, that's. a
He'd done a. I'm sorry, I had to throw a little shade there.
I was just gonna say that'll probably be the first time a lot of the PanFam guys have ever made it into 1DQ.
Oh, UTech Q. Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Da-dum.
He did a lot for the Imperium, a lot, for many, many years. Just a lot, right? From the infrastructure to leadership to being a voice, of reason. He was very, very important to the Imperium for a long, long time. That's really sad. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
All right,
I mean,
well, let's
even if
talk
you-
about other stuff then.
Yep. Let's go to something else.
Onward.
What are we gonna do? The economic report.
Economic
do it.
report line
And
go up.
We have,
Do they all go up? We haven't looked.
Have
We haven't talked
brought
about.
in an excellent expert to talk about the economic report. Actually, Donna,
Ilana.
take it away.
I don't know shit. What are you talking about? I like the colors.
Pavlov's expert. Fuck.
I'm still mad about. Here's why I like the MER, honestly, because I like to complain that they took the one fucking stat I was interested out, and it pisses me off. I
What
liked
stat
all
is that?
the information about the ESS thefts. I thought that was
Oh.
fucking fun. I don't know.
When did they take that out?
Hasn't been for this is probably the fourth MER now.
Is there a link to the MER? I haven't paid any attention to anything.
I usually look through it. Like I said, I'm not an expert
In,
by
Twitch
any
chat.
means on this stuff.
Thank
It's just
you.
interesting to see.
Oh, from the launcher. All right. So let's take a look at this. Let's take a look. Let's talk about it. We're gonna real quick go through it. Caveman mode. All right. Sound good?
Yes.
What's caveman mode?
So
Very simple. Line go up. Bad?
Ooh. So, production, make stuff, destruction, blow stuff up, Production go down. Mining
Oh.
go down. Destruction go down.
Oh, all down?
All down.
For the month
All
of
lying down.
July, right? Yeah.
All
Well, June and
lying.
July, right? Yeah.
All lying down.
Not good.
Not good. Bad. But we look at destroy by region. Poshvin go up. Poshvin on top.
Ooh.
Crazy. Poshvin
Oh.
dethrone all other region.
If Poshvin's on
How many
top,
people is
Poshvin.
there?
if Poshvin is on top, who's on bottom?
You would like
Outer
to-
ring on
Yeah,
bottom.
Outer Ring is like the wasteland.
Not in regards to
Also-
all the fucking moon goo and it's pulling out of it.
Also, notable mining and NPC killing is bigger in Vale of the Silent than in Delve.
Oh yeah, it's where all the fucking bots are.
The Goon minute, the
Talking
Delve
about
time
the
unit,
NPC
the
bounty.
Delve time unit is now the Panda Bamboo unit. It's the Bamboo unit from now
I hate that
on.
name. No.
It's
Bamboo
too
unit.
bad.
No.
The Bamboo unit.
That's not.
But production is still higher in
Bamboo
Delve than anywhere else. And so is
Pochvin top. Shipping Pochvin blingy?
Yes, ship.
Not
ship
even
top of
always.
Watchmen is Marauder.
Oh, hold on. Go back to the. Where,
There's
where
people
were you
who
saying
do
was the best?
Ishtar and EOS fleets. There's not actually a lot of bling going on in there from what
If you do Ishtar
Big
fleets,
battleship.
the Potchman rats will
Caveman.
eat drones
Caveman.
alive.
Hey, come on, caveman minute.
Drones die fast to angry Africanized honey rats.
Honey rats.
Honey rats.
What's a
Those
honey
are-
rat?
They shred
You
your
got
bones.
the-
They shred
You
your
got the
drones
honey
like
badger?
Africanized killer bees do.
They
Um,
have the yum value. Honey rat.
Much yum yum.
Most commodity
Mucho yum yum?
faucets go down. Most ISK faucets go down. Money supply go down, which is good. Money
That means
supply
that means
go
the
down
money
is
coming in,
good.
correct? Or is that money hoarded?
That means money available.
hoarded money.
Yes, and that
People
is
spend
because
money.
velocity
Good
of
for me.
ISK going up, which is
Good.
good. Which is
Line
good.
up good.
The velocity
That
of my
line,
ISK has gone.
that line up good.
But all other line down.
Bad.
Game is sad.
Game
Game is
dies.
sad because of
Game is
Stomach.
dying.
Game is sad
Game-
because of CCP changes.
Too
I
many
don't think so.
word.
So you
many
going
word
back to the
red lights,
go back
though.
to the destruction thing, right? So do you
Prices,
think the
and
catch?
module prices are going down as well?
Do you think catch's high number there is just from the recent like the last week or so, or is that normally
I
that high?
I
I don't
don't
remember from the past.
Which chart are you looking at?
I'm looking
I
at destruct,
don't
just destruct
think
key and
that
operative futures.
something in the last week would be on the July MER. Since this is
No,
August.
the last week didn't kind of kick off last few days of July. You don't think that had anything to do with it? So catch is actually that busy normally. That's what I'm asking, I guess.
I mean, it's been a
sure
deployment
it got
area
it.
for
Yeah,
months.
for a month.
Catch
Well,
is
but it's
just-
got interesting the last month. I mean,
Let's
this
go
is-
back and
Oh,
look
yeah.
at the last.
Catch is just seeing the same cycle it sees like every 2 fucking years.
It's just
where
a
there's
sig.
war there.
But like 3
Just
months
a
ago,
thing,
what catch's numbers been in the trillions?
No.
I don't think so. Right?
No,
so this is
probably not.
this is actually activity. Of,
Yeah, it might have
of
been that
players,
Keepstar
yeah,
fight.
yeah.
Might have been that Keepstar fight where goons fed like nobody's business.
We
Big
like
old
to, you know what? Because
feeders.
we don't like to see people starving. We like to feed people. You know.
And you motherfuckers did it during Euro time, so I wasn't able to get on because I was having to work and
Bro.
make less money.
See,
Bro,
I
y'all
would've-
set the
it-
timer. What do you mean?
So June was
Right
pretty
after.
high in catch 2. I'm looking,
Was it okay? You look back.
which would have been before the full like the Imperium side of deployment.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that fight in UQ or wherever was in August. But I think it was last weekend. Like last
I'm just
Friday.
saying that at least 2 months in a row it had pretty good numbers. So like I think it's just a hot zone.
Well, it was
odd
kind of
zone.
hot in June, a little bit toward the end, right? That's when we started to move in. I guess
Depends
when
on
I
where you
moved.
are on the globe, but yeah,
Yeah, that's when I started moving in, and end of June. Yeah.
that's fair.
Yeah, so that's when the activity would have spiked up is when you got there.
Boy, for sure. Because then anytime we go to war, that's when all of a sudden I can't play the game.
Yeah.
And that's when you leave a carrier in a
So how's-
Fortizar.
How's that
Shut
war
up.
going? How's that war going? Everybody's still doing their thing?
Looks like to me we're having a good time. I don't know.
What are you
What
doing?
war?
UTEC-Q's been quite a good. Well, let me rephrase this: lots of fleets, lots of activity, not a lot of.
Oh, you're batching.
You know what? There's been some fights. I can't say there hasn't. But
What's
a
been your
little-
favorite part?
I haven't been playing for the last week. I told you.
I was gonna say, Dom, I don't see any catch kill mails on yours.
No. I've not been playing. I've been on a couple fleets, but it was not.
That's
They
right.
were not
You went
fun.
on a couple fleets.
He made it as far as like Phaela Bolus and was like,
Fabulous.
Well, I got
I'm
ships
tired.
out there. What do you mean? I'm deployed. I just, like I said, my basement flooded, so I've not been down here. I've been
Blame it on the
cleaning shit.
floods.
Ah, fucking.
Yeah, it
Why-
makes
why-
sense.
Force
It-
majeure.
Why did you try
It makes
to add
sense
a
that
water
you wouldn't
feature
be as
down there?
committed.
Well, yeah, exactly. I just had to make it harder for myself. I mean, I'm lazy, so it took me a long time to clean it up. And then, I'm not gonna lie, it's been nice out, and I've been fucking riding my bike. and
Dude,
doing
hell yeah.
shit.
Don't
did-
ever
did you
apologize
do
for
right-
that shit.
Did you do right?
Did not
Touching
do
you.
any right
What's
right
up,
now.
little cat?
Our team actually was up in Michigan. I just didn't go with them because I had shit going on.
You
Yeah, because you're a coward.
need to get up
I am a
here.
coward,
and
yeah.
There's lots of trails.
Oh, they're gonna do it again. We were very happy with it. Sorry, we got diverted there.
That never
it's
happens
okay.
on this show.
It's fine. There's lots
Other
of trails
line,
up there.
other line to talk about.
Yeah,
Few
plenty
line.
line. Plenty
Most
line,
lines
honestly.
good.
Dom
Money
wanted
supply.
to. Dom
Dude,
wanted
I
to
like
talk
listening to
about
Red Line,
the-
listen to talk about
yeah. So I mean, those initial lines going down is kind of bad, but the money supply going down, the velocity of it's going up because velocity has been like on a downward turn for months and months and months. But
And
it's
velocity
finally
exactly
starting
is
to
just the
turn back
exchange of ISK
That's-
for things, correct?
down. Correct. Yeah. So the higher the velocity, the more money's changing hands, basically, which means the better the economy is doing.
Now, is that
as a
just-
machine?
Is that just with player to player, or is that player and to NPC and player to? Is it both? Like if I buy something from,
I
the
don't know
game,
what you buy from
I'm-
NPCs,
I
friend.
don't
but-
either, but whatever.
Books.
Isn't there shit that, like?
I mean,
don't
why
know,
would you
I
buy
don't know.
books from
I don't
NPCs?
know.
You can just get them straight from your fucking skill book, your skill tree.
No,
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
gonna
fucking
not
fly
all
to
of them.
still
Yeah, no, I
technically
get it,
buying
I
from
get it.
NPCs.
I am
Swamp-
going to fly to a station and save
How about-
myself the 50%
how
or
about-
however much it is. Because
Do
I
those
how do you
numbers
think
include
I
both
got
those?
on the way to
I
the
got-
station,
I-
you find the place where I gave a fuck, and we can all go there because it's not here.
Yeah. See, I won't do that either because I'm lazy as hell. I definitely
Depends on the
don't
books.
travel.
I mean,
No.
I
A
live
lot
in
of them I'll
Losec.
inject, but
Pay the extra
I
money,
live
but I
in
don't give a
Losec, so
fuck.
going to buy them is close.
But
I
really,
would-
no,
it
there
tightened my
weren't any
width
more
to buy it.
lines.
Oh,
There
yeah,
weren't
that
any more
saves
lines to talk
billions.
about. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
Yeah,
so people had some opinions about wormhole shit, some low sec
wormholers
gas
aren't
shit.
people, so who
Are you
cares?
talking about
I was
wormhole
trying to say to
economic?
them,
Has there been any more drama over the?
thought they
they
got
made
rid of
my
wormholes.
space worse. It's like cry
Oh,
more.
welcome to EVE Online. Fuck.
I noticed that the person who had posted the thing about Metanoxes and cornering the market, they are not getting their wish. Those prices are continuing to come down.
I'm impressed none of the follow-up emails came out. Maybe that's a good fodder for a Reddit post here tomorrow or something.
Yeah, actually, yes.
There was some back and forth with different people that he had mass mailed, and they like replied all and stuff. I actually replied to him, kind of trolling and being like, "Hey, you sound like an interesting guy. Like, how much are you paying for these? Because I'll just sell them direct to you." Like, he didn't have any interest at that point because he was already getting reamed.
I do have one more slide to talk about though.
What?
before
Bring
we
the
go
heat.
on. Oh yeah, complain about it. Last slide in the fucking thing. Largest battles in the solar system. It's a cool map, right? No fucking idea where you have to overlay another fucking map on top of it to know exactly where
Yeah,
each one of those
you-
fucking circles are.
You
Why
don't
do-
know your star map by heart,
Oh,
dude?
come on.
That's a
Yeah,
you
fuck
problem,
I
my
barely
guy.
know my alphabet. There's no fucking
Isn't
way
it
to know
even?
that.
Isn't it upside down in the game by default or whatever from what we're used to looking at it as anyway?
I wouldn't know
Okay.
because it's not labeled.
This is a skill issue for Dom and
So-
I here, gang.
But it is.
I think
Yeah,
they could have
I'm
at least
fine.
labeled
I'm
some
with
hot
you,
spots
yeah.
to give you cardinal direction.
Yeah, label the regions at least. I mean, fuck.
No.
A couple, just
I can tell the regions.
You know what they
I can
you
too.
know
The
what
ones
they-
with the big
you know
circles
what
are probably
they do
catching.
label?
And
They put big signs about
where?
unlimited soup, salad, and breadsticks at Olive Garden all the time.
God damn it!
Anytime you want it, you can go and get it. How about that? How about them?
You know what?
fucking
That helps.
Huh?
You know what? That fixes it. I appreciate
It fixes everything.
It does. It
There's
fixes
nothing.
They,
No, it
uh,
There's
doesn't.
nothing a bowl of pasta can't fix.
I love
Are they
it.
open on Sundays?
Maybe
They
not.
are here.
But if it's a problem, you can just go to your local Chick-fil-A.
Not on Sundays.
They're not open on Sundays.
That's the joke.
These guys are sharp.
I'm gonna tell you right. For no other reason, there's no really, like political reason. I don't think Chick-fil-A is all that good. There's no fucking
Not.
way I'm gonna sit in line around the block. Their chicken isn't that good. I mean, it's not bad. It's not
You
bad.
come over to
It
my
just
house,
isn't
I'll
that
make
good.
it better for you. Like, you come over to my house, I'll make it better any day of the week.
You need to like download the app and do it online. And like I got some last night, and I did it ahead of time. It took me 5 minutes to drive over there. I went through the mobile line, like passing up all the other plebes, and I'm like, look, I got my
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of
did-
effort to
I
get
did the
chicken.
same thing, Delana. Literally from my couch, I put in my order, drive the 3 blocks over to Chick-fil-A, pull into, and as I'm pulling in, the fucking normal drive-through line is backed up like halfway out of the parking lot, like usual, and then the mobile order line is fucking empty. I pull up, scan the QR code, pull up to the window. They come out. Are you Skyhawk? Yep. All right, cool. Here's your food. Have a great day.
You actually put
But now
Skyhawk, though?
you're done.
I was
right?
Quick on his toes.
I was through there in like 3 minutes.
I've never been so
To give
impressed with
Chick-fil-A
someone.
credit, though, that line that's all the way backed up to the parking lot is going to be gone through in 10 minutes because those fuckers are fast.
Oh, they're efficient.
Yeah, sometimes
And
it's
it's
like
gonna be
one
I'm not
person
gonna-
holds them up for some
Yeah.
reason.
That's
That's
me.
true. You
That's
can't
me.
control the assholes in the line.
Oh, yeah.
But the
No,
employees
I'm a
there, the
dick.
system is brilliant at getting people
Yeah,
through.
especially with the one
What
by
would
my
hold the
house,
line up?
they are very incentivized to get through because they really didn't have a lot of space to build at Chick-fil-A, and it's right on like a pretty big highway, so it backs up onto the highway and blocks one of the lanes.
It's crazy how y'all
Ouch.
thought this was like an opening to discuss the finest points of Chick-fil-A.
it's
like,
your
you
fault. You
This
brought
is
it up. It's your
This
fault.
is an Olive Garden show, gang.
See what
No, it's not.
How did we bring up Chick-fil-A?
No,
do you
That's
mean?
not
if
my
I
fault.
want
I
soup,
mean,
if I want
hey,
soup
it
salad and
is.
breadsticks, I'll go to my local place that actually has
always.
good soup salad and breadsticks.
It's actually
What have we done?
one
Commander, I do not like Popeyes. I like
When-
churches though.
when Kale was up here a couple weeks ago for my birthday, one
Oh,
night
good.
we
Shut
we
your
went
mouth.
up we went down to the lakeshore for the sunset, and before going to the sunset though, went to an local Italian restaurant, and yeah, their chicken fettuccine alfredo was way better than Olive Garden's.
I'll make it better.
I'm gonna
And
enjoy.
I'm gonna make Drayden's recipe, and then how about actually, because we could actually do this red line.
Yeah, no
I-
shit, we could actually
Yeah,
do this.
I make Drayden's recipe, and you make yours, and we do a blind taste. We got to find people to help do the blind taste test, though.
I'm gonna enjoy a
Or
culinary
we just do
orgy tomorrow. Just so you know, culinary orgy.
Eve Midwest.
Eat codes.
Gross.
Eve
Oh, it's
Midwest.
gonna be fantastic. Yeah,
God
it'll be
bless.
fantastic.
I wish that
Let me
we
know. I'll
did
show up
do
again.
Eve Midwest in Chicago. It'd be really fun.
You do it in Des Moines. I should
well,
do it again.
I don't want to go
I liked
that
Iowa.
far.
That was
It
fun.
was
The
plenty
whole
of time,
point-
didn't we? I've done it
The whole
5 years
point
now,
is
man.
to do it somewhere
6 years.
close, so that it doesn't cost so much money.
Well, Dom,
Are you gonna pay for it?
we can do
Just drive over.
he's
You can
gonna
stay
ride
with
his
me.
I think
You're gonna
we
ride your bike?
I ride my bike.
Dom, the next time I see you, better be the day after Thanksgiving, though. We've
Yeah,
done
we'll
it-
do that again for
we-
sure.
We've
Yeah.
done it 2 years now. We've got a tradition. 2 years is
It's only
What do you
2 years
do
and
the
3
day
years.
after Thanksgiving?
Meet in
Yeah, like
Iowa City, Iowa.
Like
Have a
Oh,
great time.
gross.
Yep, we did it.
It is gross there because the Hawkeyes are there.
We
so
did
it is
it in
gross. I agree.
22. Because I
We
remember.
skipped one, didn't we?
Well, no, because 20.
Do it.
No,
guess we're
we've done
two.
2. It's just 2. We did 22.
Maybe Rain and I did 3.
And then 20. Yeah, you guys have done another one that I wasn't at. But for the day after Thanksgiving, we did it in 22, 23. We just got to keep it going now.
I'm on board. Yeah, for sure. I'll be.
I must confess, I have never been to the state of Iowa.
You're
We are very,
Me neither.
we are very, very discerning who we allowed to come here.
Yeah,
I mean,
this is true.
I mean, I just showed up. I always tend to show
wait,
up. I was hanging out with.
you're on the list.
I was hanging out with like Rain's dad. Like I met her parents. You know, we went to that cool mall.
Yeah, a good time.
It was a
come
good time.
to. It's open invite. Anyone's welcome to come to Iowa City day after Thanksgiving.
Rayo,
So
next time I'm coming down to
Thanksgiving,
Kansas
though,
City, Rayo, I will
That's
let
like
you
one
know.
of the
ahead of
biggest
time.
travel times of the year. Like,
But not to Iowa.
Yeah, not here.
true.
To be fair, man, it's
Yeah,
easy to
but
get here.
point.
Come on.
So Dylan, all I hope is that
the opposite
Tennessee
direction.
and LSU beat Bama again this year, so that next year at NOLA, you, me, and your dad can all talk shit about Bama and how much we hate Nick Saban.
Cause like, yeah, I'm gonna have everybody over here for a crawfish boil. Y'all can see the nice, newly renovated house.
Is it all done?
It's almost.
Nice. Your dad was telling he's pretty excited. He was pretty excited about it. It's got,
Oh, yeah.
Will
I
we
like
see
it.
Dave?
He's cool, yeah.
Have you been So, have you figured out when you want to do your next NOLA?
Thanks, Jaden.
Because Mardi Gras is late next year, and then we have Fan Fest, so I'm trying to strike a balance. It's probably gonna be either like late March, early April, so like a little bit earlier than I did it this year. But I'm
I'm
trying
going to drive down again. I'm going to get Ray
I'm
on the way.
definitely going to Fan Fest. Like so I'm doing that, and
I'm going to FanFest too, which is why I was wondering, because I would totally do NOLA again if I can swing it, and the if is pretty heavy.
yeah.
I
I'm
will go
trying
to NOLA.
Space it out.
Whether I go to Eve NOLA or not depends on whether I go to New Orleans in February, which probably won't happen, but if my team makes the Super Bowl, I will go.
Cowboys?
Crazy next year.
Yep.
Dude,
I cannot imagine how much,
baby. I might join
I
you.
cannot imagine how much tickets will be if they ever actually make
I won't go to the
Super Bowl.
game, but it'd be fun to be there. Yeah, what? Were they like $10,000, weren't they? It was some
I don't
crazy shit
know.
like that last year.
I would expect them to be as much, if not more, than my F1 tickets.
I think they were like $10,000 last year.
I don't think they're that
anyone
expensive.
has a problem trying to find a
Hold
hotel
on.
room, because it's gonna be crazy, because it's Super Bowl during Mardi Gras.
I heard that
This
we
is
would be able to
during
stay at
Mardi-
Delana's place, right? Isn't
Yeah,
that what I
this
heard?
is-
Yeah.
Sleep on the couch.
Hell, I'll sleep on the fucking yard. I don't give a shit.
Our yard is pretty nice. Also.
It is. You're a nice
Just
place. Your parents
don't-
have a nice place.
Just don't sleep near any water features down there.
What?
Gators?
Gators.
I have a hammock. I can put it really high up in the air. Or sleep on it.
Gators
can't
are
put a-
mo-
I got a lot of ways
largely
that-
Away
wimps.
from
Like you
gators.
just like slap their tail and they run off. It's fine.
You just call a gator a wimp?
They're
bunch
swamp
of pussies.
puppies.
Yeah.
You ever wrestled a
pussies.
gator, Delana?
No.
So my favorite clip of something along those lines, Delana, I think it was from Australia though, was a guy just like beat a gator over the head, just one swing with a metal frying pan, and the gator just scurried off.
Or you see, one of my favorite videos is like there's a golf course in Florida, and like of course the gators love to go to those because they can just sun out, walking off that lake. So there was a big tournament, and like one of the guys was like freaked out. One of the golfers, and he saw the gator, but some other guy just like walks up right to the gator, slaps on the tail, and the gator runs right off into the water. It was pretty good.
No,
Because
I'm
what you gotta do, like, if they're just sunning, like, they don't want anybody to mess with them. Like, they might be protective if it's, like, near their nest or whatever, but most of the time when they're just chilling and you
They have nests
get them
like
to fuck
wasps.
off.
Fuck off. No, I hate
That's where
gators.
I mean, Dom, as a Southerner, I got plenty of tools for dealing with gators.
Yeah,
Guns?
don't go near them. That's the fucking prime tool right there. I was at a fucking what was it, like reptile garden things. They had like a gator show, and this dickhead's walking around all these gators with fucking chickens in his pocket, right? And all I kept thinking to myself is, "Fucking fall down, trip, motherfucker, trip, trip. I want you to fucking trip, you dick."
Also,
I hated that
gators
dude.
love marshmallows. You just need to throw them some marshmallows.
Gators have a sweet tooth.
You know,
Delana, so
I'm gonna avoid
Delana,
gators
throwing
all
fat people at gators is not cool.
Hey,
not-
come on. Don't
Oh
talk
no,
about
space
that.
gators are okay. We're okay with space gators.
Also, Florida Gators suck, and I hope they lose every game this year. Because fuck Florida.
I hope you lose every game this year, because fuck
I'm
you.
not gonna play any games this year. I don't think.
I've given up games altogether.
That means I'll win. I mean, I won't lose. I have a winning record. No, I guess not. A no record.
That is true. Zeros. Big
Zeros
zeros.
are bad. Yeah.
Did everybody get their free 15,000 skill points this week out of the New Eden store?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thanks for reminding me. I need to go claim that.
As if not, you should.
Once again, I haven't been on the computer this week.
Every Tuesday it refreshes?
Yes.
That's what I'm led to believe. Yeah.
That's just for doing stuff, or is that the free one?
It's free out of the NES store from in-game. Why?
Yeah, every Tuesday it's just free 15K.
Why?
Because they're trying to drive traffic to the NES store, probably.
Yeah, but I'm not.
And a lot of people, I think, were annoyed with the new dailies versus the old, like...
It's
People
the
are always
same
going to be
reason you
annoyed,
get-
but the last one they
you
just
get
gave
free-
you fucking SP all the time, pretty easy. So I think people are like, "Why'd you take it all away?" They're
yeah,
like, we'll
it's
give you a
the
little bit
same-
back.
It's
Drives
the same
flies.
reason that, like, when you're playing the gacha games on your phone, you get the
No,
free
what's that?
coins. It's on the shop page. It's that. Like, every game is just pushing more mobile game strategies on
It's a gotcha game.
everyone. It's
Remember
crazy.
when all the only thing that was monetized in Eve was subs?
I mean, I don't mind things being monetized.
It's a new day, brother.
No, yeah, here's the
I'll
thing.
get-
I
I'll
want
get
the game
God
to
all
stay
the
afloat.
time. Fuck
Yeah, I like the game. I'm gonna give them money because I like the game.
Said, I like
You know,
this lot.
you know what I wish they would
Stick in
do.
my mouth
What I
for it.
think would make them a lot of money is remove all the gated pay for convenience bullshit for Skitter, and just give people the option to charge Plex or ISK, and then take a cut of whatever. Problem solved. It's like the Laffer curve. You reduce the rate of cut, and your increase in transaction volume means you make more money.
I think they should leave it permaplex, just because I do think that that's how they want money interacting with them, as far as they can now, realize that as revenue. But
You're
that
talking,
means
you're
that
talking
it's so
about when
easy
you buy
to
it from
turn.
CCP, right? Because right now you
just-
can
just
sell
using the
skins
Skinner
from
thing.
Yeah.
But he's saying you should also be able to do them for ISK. I don't have any problem with them being solely Plex as the currency Plex, because I think it's really easy to get Plex in game without opening your wallet or whatever. And then two, like, then they still get to realize the revenue. Like, people buying them and selling them at Plex, that does fuck all for CCP. They can't creative account their way to, like, well, Plex, we're going to buy our own Plex via ISK transfers in the game, because that's how we want to, like, make more, microtransaction shit.
I thought when a player sold it, you
That
can
that
choose
wouldn't be
it.
awful, as long as the tools for making it, like the
it
skin
should be
runs, where it's
easier and
like
cheaper. Yeah,
exactly. It shouldn't be, oh, you have to buy this material that's limited to 3 runs.
I mean, I haven't played with it enough to argue on the individual merits of it. I just think, yes, if it was easier and cheaper, more people would do it, and I think they would make it back up in volume versus whatever.
Yeah,
Bills
it's the Laffer curve, which is a concept in economics, which is that if you lower tax rates, that the increase in economic volume means that there is a sweet spot of tax rate and economic volume that maximizes revenue.
I mean, people have been
Real
saying for
quick,
years they
I'm
wish
calling
they would
bullshit.
bring back on an
Real
economist.
quick, mic check for me for the stream. Am I coming through louder than I was earlier? When you guys hear this, just let me know if I'm coming through louder. Sorry, guys, keep going.
If it's 2 things I remember from economics class, it's Keynesian economics and the Laffer curve.
Sure.
Balaffa what?
The Laffer curve.
The Laffer curve.
Oh, I thought you said Balaffa curve.
You have no fucking idea what he's talking about either. Economics?
I
This
know
I
is
about
did
online-
take. I took econ in high school, but I don't remember taking
Eve
it.
Online talk show, gang.
Hey, Eve
It's
is all
completely normal.
economics.
Yeah, I was gonna say we were literally just analyzing economic graphs, so I don't know if if calling out a couple economic terms is really
Hey,
faux
I can
pas
call
here.
out what I want.
Yeah.
You can,
and
I'm just saying I don't think it's faux
anytime
pas.
I want.
Well, I'm not saying
I
I'm
can
right.
hear
It's
if I
cool,
want
but
to.
whatever.
I think you're poo-pooing it. If
It's
I'm being
my-
honest.
I did poo-poo, didn't I? I'm kind of a dick.
No,
I
you're
will say
fine.
this. I'll also
You're a
use
good
a
man down
Karl
there.
Marx quote about Eve. War
Maybe
is all
don't.
about economics.
Mark who?
Okay, he did it. So
Mark Cuban.
speaking of war,
Mark Cuban, okay.
what is going on in the southeast? So you're killing structures. What's
Well, I'm
what's-
not, but our
Yeah,
group
Dom's
is,
not
yeah.
a good person to catch us
Killing
up.
structures.
No, I literally have
taking
not been on-
subs, You know.
Fucking,
And
I've
that's
not
just
been in
it?
even a week. Right?
just gone?
I mean,
okay,
well, if nobody shows up to the fights, that's all they get to
that's all you can do.
And I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably like one of 7 people in the whole game. I like structure bashes. I don't mind them. They don't bother me.
I structure back for
The fuck?
Yeah,
fuck
structure
it.
bashes
It's
are
part of
not
the
that
game.
bad.
Yeah, it's what it is.
I say for fun. I do it because you read some Reddit or whatever kids like to do, Netflix or the whatever. It's like mining for PvP.
Yeah, that's a great analogy. Now I have to hate it. 'cause
I
hate
don't
mining.
like that.
I think of gate camping the same way. Like, you're relying on other people keeping an eye on shit for the most part. You're still getting to get involved and be, a cog or whatever. I bashed like 10 Pocos a week ago just for shits and giggles.
I mean, Akrot, don't you basically run Slice's version of Pancrab?
No. I'm not in charge of shit.
That's not what I heard. I heard Alliance XO. What?
Nah,
That's what I've been telling people.
nobody would give me the keys to anything. That'd be foolish.
It would, you know what? Sometimes it's fun to be foolish.
No, we actually just don't get the keys to anything because my alliance exec's super paranoid. But why wouldn't you be in this game?
I mean, sounds
Yeah,
like
no
he's,
shit.
he's old school, and that's how you run things at the highest level.
And if you're an alliance that actually has assets, you have to be.
Yes, you
That's-
do.
You have to
I-
be.
I-
You just do.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like even like small medium alliances, it's still really important because you make one fuck up with the wrong person, and you can end up in a situation you don't have the assets to recover from.
I mean, look at me. I got
Yeah,
two
you can always
fucking
recover in this.
two alliance, and it went down. I mean, what do you do? Wasn't my fault though. Just so you know, it wasn't my fault.
This game's
But-
like America. Anybody can make something of themselves.
Just pull
In
yourself
theory.
up by your bootstraps.
That's right.
if you're wearing
What if all
flip
happened?
flops.
Yeah.
I think you could do the
You
croc
should,
if
you
you
should
like
get some boots first.
if you use the thing as
Pull
the
yourself
handle
up by
almost.
your- yeah,
That
yeah.
could
Put
be
yourself
you.
up by your croc straps.
They
I
they,
could do
they
that,
swap
my
it for
croc.
like business or speed or whatever they call them, or like I can't remember
It's
the mode.
Sports mode and like casual, I think.
That's right. Something like
I like sports mode. It's when you
Like,
turn
you know-
it's when you take the resonators out of the exhaust for maximum loudness.
No, that's not what happens in sport mode, you idiot. It's when
Whoa.
you secure your foot in the shoe so that it doesn't fall out when you're performing sports.
Oh, like bicyclers do. They tape. their
name
feet
calling
to
is
the tail,
rude,
yeah.
Redline. I don't know if
You know
they
what else
told
is
you that when
rude?
you were raised.
Spreading misinformation about Crocs.
No, that's not true. Spreading information.
Crocs
is
should be
fun.
illegal.
You
Wearing
should be illegal,
Crocs is
dude.
like pineapple on pizza. It's just wrong.
You're like pineapple on pizza.
I don't
Delicious
currently own any
in
Crocs.
bites.
But I've
Bites
tried 'em
in
on. They're pretty
bites.
comfortable.
It's been 59 minutes. I've eaten so much Vlad pizza. I'm full.
I think
What's
it's funny
last-
that Crocs are like the reverse of like rollerblades in my mind. Like when they first came out, a lot of people were making fun of them, this, that, and the other. Over the years, they
They're
like
good
found
choice.
their groove, and now like I feel like they've most like you hear stuff like what Vlad's saying once in a blue moon, but like
They're good shoes.
most of the rednecks I know who would have been like queer, 10 years ago, they're like, oh man, they're great, and I got them in camo and blah blah blah, and it's like, okay, sure, cool.
I don't own any, but like I said, I've tried them on once. They were comfortable. I'd buy
I've heard
some.
nothing but
Never-
good things.
I've never worn.
I like my
them.
Crocs.
I like
I
my
don't have-
Crocs too. I mow the lawn in them, and like I can weed eat and all that stuff without having the Crocs in sport mode, right? But
Don't
once
the grass clippings get in the holes
Yeah,
and
wouldn't
turn
you
your
get
toes
itchy
green
feet?
though?
they do, and so does the dirt, and it's hilarious taking them off when I'm
Do you got
done.
little dirt
And
circles?
I've got, and my feet look like cheetah feet because they got
dirt
little black
circles.
spots.
Yeah.
So, Redline, do you just stand
I like
outside
it.
and then hose your feet off, or do you go in the shower like that?
I
Depends
hose
on
my
if
feet
Mama's
off.
home.
Yeah, if my wife is home and outside, she'll hose my feet off because she's a lovely lady.
She gets the bucket
But-
out and starts. She rubs them down.
No, we don't
This
do
is
it like
Redline
the
as a
Christ.
state.
No, we just hose it with the pressure nozzle, and it hurts a little bit. But don't tell
Not
me
like
that.
the Christ, though.
That's
So,
fine.
so
Not
what?
like
So
Christ.
what I'm hearing is it hurts so good.
It
Like
does.
the
It
Christ.
feels great.
Yeah.
It's not like the Christ.
So, also, if y'all want to look
I
up
don't want
a,
that. I'm gonna make my wife do that. You need to wash my feet like the Christ, baby. Come on, give it to me.
no, Dom, what you want your wife to do is to look up Ezekiel 23:20. I think that's
It's a
right.
new
Or it's
take on-
2023.
That
What?
as someone who likes
What is it?
to,
I'm not gonna do it. So you have to tell me.
It's 2024.
That's
Then
Pulp
she
Fiction
lusted after her lovers, whose members were like that of donkeys and whose emissions were like that of horses.
I don't want my wife to do that.
Yes, that is literally a verse of the Bible.
This is taking a new
Wow.
twist on
I'm not gonna do that.
role plays.
Yeah, we're touching on some weird shit tonight, guys.
I mean, I'm all for role plays. These are just ones that I've never thought of before.
Organized religion is
Getting your feet
taboo.
washed like the Christ. What'd you call him? I'm fucking.
Who?
Sorry.
What?
I don't know.
I don't even.
I don't know.
Anyways.
I don't know.
Eve
So
Online.
yeah, what else happened in Eve this week, Redline?
Extract your
Speaking of-
potential.
I don't
Extract
know,
your
man.
potential. There we go.
Speaking of the
I'm
At least if they
Southeast,
made another
Yeah.
cash grab.
Speaking of the Southeast, the Coalition of Convenience, or whatever Try and all those guys were calling their thing, fell apart, right?
Oh yeah.
Who?
I keep forgetting that Try is not dead.
I know.
What region
Try
is that?
has never
That
died.
might be now.
Try has
But
never
say again.
died. Why would people say that?
Where they be
Lambert?
living?
The Coalition of Convenience fell apart, which was the name of the Southeast Coalition with Try, G Club, WOMP, Commonwealth. May have been like a few other little,
Was Try the biggest of the group?
Where are they living at?
Probably's got the most
In,
brand
like,
value. So, I want to say
Valencia?
Detroit.
Detroit. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so lots
They were doing
of
their
crime.
thing. That was so we talked about it maybe last week. The Only Fleets group was like some of those came over from, I want to say, G Club, and then started harassing G Club and the Coalition of Convenience or whatever, and small ganging them and beating up on them and stuff. And I think
I
As
see
it-
on Dotland that all of G Club's SOV is on fire.
Yeah.
Oops.
as it proxy ward, PanFam came to the help of some of the COC guys, whatever the tri-side guys. Imperium came to the help of the Only Fleets guys, and then I don't know. It sounds like their little coalition is dissolved, which is a shame because that was what was neat a year ago about the Southeastern Agreement. Is like the big guys would like stay out of all that shit, and they could all have their own little fucking cool stuff.
It lasted longer than I expected it would.
It
Same
lasted
here.
a year.
But it did last long. Well, and technically, as long as they're not grabbing SOV, these bigger groups, wasn't that kind of the thing they could help? But
They weren't supposed to meddle.
Yeah,
In
they
the
were
SOV
supposed
stuff,
to-
right?
they were
Everything that I
supposed to go
read was
hands
they were
off.
not supposed to meddle,
Yeah, they could like
and so
casual
I don't know.
PvP, but couldn't.
yeah,
couldn't,
they were allowed to roam there and stuff. But it
Yeah.
was like the ideal, as far as I understood it anyway, was to not make it a big proxy space, which is exactly
Just
what
what's
it is
going
now.
on now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, well, they're not renters of PanFam, they're not pets of Imperium, but everybody's calling big blocks to help put out their fires. So it's like, we're just right back.
But
to where we were.
didn't the date
but
for
make
the
some
agreement
pets.
came up, and I do remember a couple of people who were part of the agreement said they're not going to renew it. Right? That was a while.
I mean, if
back.
I'm not mistaken, it was
We
good
said
old
that, I know.
Darkshines from Init who shut it down, and everybody else just once it fell apart, like people weren't gonna fight it and try to keep it going without some of the other big signers.
Yeah.
It's one of those kind of agreements where if you don't have everyone on board, it will fall
Won't
apart
work.
quickly. And like
And that was the neat thing a year before when it did happen. Like most of the major leaders came together and said, "Oh, this is a cool idea. Let's all like commit to this."
I mean, I think we're in a period of time in EVE's history we went through a period of time where we had a couple different agreements pop up at large scale between like all the big players. I think those days are dead and gone at this point. Like, there's just not the atmosphere where they want to do big deals like that anymore.
I don't know. It's hard to say. That one kind of I feel like came out of left field. I can't think of anything more recently or even like around the last few years that they've.
Well, and the other big
He's got- I
whatever,
think-
treaty.
the other
The
big
TTT
agreement
thing, yeah.
the TTT is exactly what I was getting at there.
There's also been huge agreements between
TTT
groups
was
for
years ago,
Well,
and it was
over
money
the years,
tripping.
but over the years, there's been
It's been
agreements
only
between the big groups to not do certain things. I mean, it might have been like in the back, in the shadows, not telling multiple people, but
Sure.
there have been deals between the big groups in the past, and I think Skunk might be onto something. I don't you're going to see that going forward, at least as much anyway.
Is there too much
And-
hate in their heart?
well, and it's
No, I just
how
don't
long
need it
has
right
it
now.
been since the perimeter keep came down? It's only been like a year and a half, right?
You're saying came
Oh,
down, but it
something
was
like
up for like 4 or 5 years.
Well, yeah,
Like,
that's
they
right.
were all working together for a long time.
Well,
Before
that's exactly
they
what
did.
I was saying. Is that those days are gone.
Gotcha. I thought you were saying there was a few different things recently, like where there was agreements, and I was like, I can't think of any outside of the
No,
Southeast
but,
thing.
That's about the
TTT
only
That
one
was a
lately,
few years
yeah,
before, but
Yeah, I'm saying.
But I don't
we've
think
come-
you'll see
we've-
non-fighting
We've come out.
agreements,
Yeah,
or-
we've come out of the time where those were a thing, and I don't think we'll see anything else like that for a long time.
Why do you think so?
Inactivity,
They-
unwillingness to fight in some places. Right? You don't need an agreement because no one's fighting anyway. What's the point?
You don't think
Yeah.
people are fighting?
Well, we are now,
Well,
but for a bit there, right? There was agreements that we're not going to do no saw fighting here, between Test and whoever, right? That's things that happened in the way past. They used to have agreements like that. I don't think you'll see that right now because they're just until recently there hasn't been a lot of fighting, saw fighting anyway, and things
There's-
like that. You don't need those agreements right now. Maybe
there's
we will in the
not-
future,
yeah.
but right now,
There's not a reason to make those agreements right now.
for now,
There's also
yeah.
less blocks than there were back then, which is unfortunate.
You were.
Sure, that one too.
Thank you, English teacher. Thank you,
No, thanks, Stannis Baratheon.
Jazz Brad.
I'm sorry,
You're right.
I
There
don't
are less
speak
blocks,
English, I
but they are
speak redneck.
bigger. Than they
Right,
were
exactly. Well, I
before.
mean, exactly. It's homogenized more, or whatever, however you want to think of that. Which is, I never think that's good for the game. That was one of the, again, I was pretty pro Southeastern Agreement because you can look at the SOV maps and see how neat it looked. It became a little friggin' splatter, Jackson Pollock thing going on down there with different players, and I'm sure people were always going to dabble in some way and fuck it up and tilt the scales or
Oh,
whatever.
for
I'm sure,
yeah,
but
yeah.
but for the most part, it seemed like it was doing its intended task. And there's not a lot of places that people weren't exerting their will on their neighboring space. And, you know, Imperium says all the time, oh, we stay small so that, like, to give people space to grow. And it's like, no, you just got clapped, like,
Bullshit.
twice. And now you realize if you overextend, like, that's where you fucking lose. Like, you guys
Well,
do
the other
pack in
thing-
real well.
The other thing the Imperium does is they allow people to grow on their fringe, and then once those people encounter things like pressure, collapse, they absorb
Right.
the pieces that fall off, and they grow
That's-
their numbers
yeah.
that way instead of
Makes a good buffer zone.
Like Brave.
Of course.
I mean, that's exactly what happened with Brave. They
The Bastion, right? I'm sorry.
bashed into.
That's
Well,
what
Brave,
happened with
Brave is the
That's
most
what
recent
happened with
example.
Esoteria. That's what happened with fucking.
It happens.
Everybody's got their approach to team building, right?
We still have Delve. So I mean,
These
it
are all
works.
valid. Oh, I mean, yeah.
You know, and that's the thing. It does kind of work.
You guys are doing very well for many years now. And in
Mostly
the
over
last
me,
time,
but
y'all
yeah.
were doing very well for many years. There was only that one little hiccup, and then y'all went back to doing really well again.
They're actually
So,
not
no, there've been
doing
two.
that
There've been two
well.
hiccups.
I mean, they're doing pretty well.
We went over the MER earlier. They were dethroned by the Panda Kings. So what can
That's
you
right.
say?
Do you
How are
think
they
that
doing
that
well?
has anything to
They
do
were
with a
too
lot of
busy
their
in
people
catch.
on the war front and their
Bro,
deployment?
that
and
just
back home
started.
farming and fields.
That
You just started.
The
was
deployment
last
just
month.
started last week.
It literally didn't, but that's okay. It's been a few weeks. It
It's been a
has.
few weeks since it's gotten. Yeah, it's been wrapping up for the last few weeks. It has. But I haven't played for a
I'm
week
not
and a
saying that
half, and
that's-
I was in fleets before that.
I'm not
right?
saying
It's
that's a
been-
whole month of fuck up, but they also didn't fall off by far. Like I do think it had an effect on the graphs.
I don't
Do you,
know,
think,
man.
do you
I
think they just
things
went
are
from
just-
months of owning to just being like, we're just not going to do it this month? Like,
No.
it's one, it's the summer, and two, they're on a deployment right now, like a major deployment for their side. They moved to like all sorts of shit and the kitchen sink. You know what I mean?
Just happened though.
You're talking about? Are you talking about like
didn't
mining
just happen,
or?
Redline.
There's no way. I gotta check my timeline. Give me some time.
No,
You can
the
have all
timeline
the
says
time you
not.
It's been a slow burn build up. It has, but then I will say it accelerated suddenly. That's kind of how it felt, at least to me. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. There's a lot of people doing a lot of things right now. One of
I don't
those
know,
is
so-
not
yeah.
crabbing as hard in Delph or Imperium space.
Because they have enough money.
I mean, but we did see, looking at those same graphs, their production numbers are still sky high, right? So like,
And the mining numbers are still sky
they're still
high.
moving the war machine and everything. They're still fucking doing all the goon stuff. They're just not crabbing as hard for the minute because most of their guys moved their big ships and shit to the warfront,
And they're spending their money.
which ties up a bunch of characters.
Spending their money.
and
This
all sorts of
velocity is up.
stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Buying fucking ships for deployment.
I know it's way down. It's only 5.3 trillion. I mean, it's way. I mean, we might as well. We're almost destitute.
That's like a quarter of what people made in Pochvin. So like, what are we even talking about?
Podchman is a very good design that CCP has made, and I wish they would use that mechanic.
Be quiet.
He's gonna keep on that shit.
The Parchment doesn't have any
you-
0.0 NPC bounties. They didn't make any money there.
He's jinxing it.
They're way worse than us.
Yep, I'm gonna shut up.
He's talking about me leaking shit, bitch. Listen, I'm gonna set the record straight
If you
as
think
well.
CCP doesn't
I
know this shit,
have never ever leaked anything that was given to me and told to be kept in confidence. I've only ever leaked things that were given to me with the intention of being leaked. Thank you very much.
I don't think I've ever
Have
known
you
anything to
ever-
be leaked.
So you're great at helping whistleblowers.
Have you ever been given something and told not to leak it?
Yes.
You didn't.
Have you ever been told something with an expectation that you wouldn't leak it because of the obvious nature of the information?
Yes.
And did you leak it? No.
No.
He did once.
When?
The time that got you purged from PanFam.
What did I leak?
Okay,
Yes,
let me rephrase that. You technically did not leak it, but you memed
I didn't.
about leaking it.
I didn't do anything, right?
drop the T, Vlad. What are we talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, get fucked, dude. Oh yeah, you did this thing. Well, technically you didn't do the thing, but you memed about
you
doing
teased
it.
him a
Okay,
little
we,
bit.
we
We'll
need,
literally
we need
let
some
you
extra
shit and
context
die.
and info here. Like,
Yeah, what's
come
he
on now.
alleged to have done?
I am not.
For the record, I think you
am
did
not
it.
going to go further than that.
It's too late. It's already been
What
leaked.
the
fuck?
What tell him what I did to get purged from PanFam. Tell him. Go ahead, tell him.
Yeah.
Since
He
you wanna
memed
talk
about
about
leaking a move op.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Was that the alleged?
Wait, you memed about leaking a move up?
Yep.
You didn't leak
I
it, did you?
can't tell if we're being serious yet or not.
No,
Yep.
like-
we're being
we're
serious.
being
This is
serious.
absolutely serious.
Is that the
100%
thing, Vlad?
serious.
Like, is that all? Whatever.
Yep,
is that the nature?
that is what he did.
Drayden, hell yeah. We need some fucking flex steel.
So you memed about doing it, and people took offense, and then kicked you and blacklisted you. Is that what we're
Uh-huh.
saying?
Yep.
What a shitty fucking coalition.
It's hard.
I can't believe they do that to their people.
I
You've never
recruited
seen
some
that on the
guy-
Imperium side, right?
I
No,
recruited.
you've never seen that.
Oh no, I got blacklisted from the Imperium for leaving.
What'd you do there? What'd you do
digress.
there?
I left.
He hated us.
You left the
I just
Imperium and they blacklisted you?
Uh-huh.
I heard it was
What a
Dominarch
shitty
is
fucking
like
coalition.
What a
You
shitty
can't
group. What
fire
a bunch
me.
of
I
dicks.
quit.
What a bunch of assholes.
I recruited some guys in Venal
Oh, no.
that I ran into and met over time. That they had been kicked from Pan Horde. I think at the time this was 3-4 years ago, and it was because of something similar. They was like making jokes on Discord or something about spy shit, and that like people did not take it as a joke at all, and just like, it's easier to just get rid of these people. It was like, oh, that sucks, bro. Sorry.
I mean, it's any coalition. If you joke about leaking shit, then they're just.
I'm
gonna
not
kick
talking
you.
leaking shit, just joking about being a spy, and then like I don't know. That's an ongoing joke for my existence in Slice is that everybody is a spy or a Riot Rick alt. So like, I don't.
The
think
thing is-
we take it too serious, but obviously a
is
lot
that-
of groups do.
With me specifically, in one breath, it was that I was leaking all this information, and the next it was that I didn't know anything. It was a lot of whiplash, but I just want to say I never leaked anything ever. I wanted to set the record straight
Not
on
even
that.
when you were a baby.
Not even when I was a baby.
What are we
Everything
supposed
in
to
the
do for
diaper.
the on-screen celebration? Are we supposed to drink? I think we should drink.
Those
Everybody
diapers
drink.
not leaked.
Everybody
I
drink.
don't know what to do with those. I think
Drink.
Drayden added them recently.
I think so.
I vote we
I
take
just
a
told
shot.
you to. Drink. Yeah, drink up.
Yo ho.
It's simple. Simple stuff, man.
We're not drinking because you gave us something. We're drinking because we want to. Because that's
Exactly.
the choice.
That's right. It's an important distinction, and let the record show.
I'm drinking because I like to drink.
Can we have that put on file?
That's right.
Okay.
Exactly. That's fine.
So I was telling you about the culinary orgy thing.
Whoa.
New this year. Lobster corn dogs at the state fair. Fuck yeah.
Wow.
You guys are gonna fuck while
That
you eat.
sounds
or
amusing.
am I understanding this wrong?
No, it's just an orgy of food, baby.
Oh, of food. Okay.
Culinary
Lob-
orgy. Yeah.
Lobster corn dog?
Yeah,
Is it
like
like
lob-
a lobster tail
I have no idea. I haven't seen it
breaded,
yet.
breaded like a corn dog?
That's what I'm guessing. Yeah.
Some like cornmeal on
Huh.
the outside,
Or like a
whatever it is?
shish kebab cornmeal and then fry. I don't know. We'll find
It
out
sounds-
tomorrow.
What if
I
they're
expect
doing lobster,
pictures.
but basically a hush puppy on the outside? You know what I'm saying?
Fuck
So,
yeah.
like, you're
Then I'm
mixing
more on board now.
seafood themed Southern food.
What's a hush puppy? Isn't it like a corn fritter
It's
kind of thing?
cornmeal shit.
Yeah.
It's like
Cornmeal
a fried
thrown
ball of
in
cornmeal.
grease. Yeah. I think there's onions in it sometimes and maybe corn in it sometimes.
I kind
Maybe
of
like
think of it
green
like a
onions.
biscuit, but it's not at all like a biscuit. It's just like a
It's
similar
fried- it's
thing.
just
It's
fried
bread. It's
dough,
fried
yeah.
bread.
Yeah.
Fried bread. Yeah. There you go.
It's
Like a
corn.
fritter.
It's
And it's
fried
cornbread. It's not wheat bread.
It's
Right,
amazing.
yeah, it's cornmeal or
I think
whatever. it is.
fritters might have more flavor to them. I like
I used
like
to
hush
work
puppies,
at,
but I don't know.
I used to work at Long John Silver's, so I learned how to make them really good.
They actually have decent ones for being a fast food place. It's the only
Oh,
thing
yeah,
good
for
there.
sure.
Yep.
Just I've never been to a Long John Silver's because the idea of fast food fish scares me.
I just don't get the
So
fish.
no,
then.
here's the thing. If you
I've
need-
never been
if you-
inside
if you're,
one.
if you're backed up, go to Long John
Me
Silver's.
neither,
You
'cause
won't
I
be
don't think
anymore.
we've ha- I
If
don't
you
know
buy
we
Long
have
John
them in the
Silver's,
entire
don't let it
state of
get cold.
Louisiana.
Because
I
it
don't
turns
think
into
they
not
would
food.
survive in
Yeah.
Louisiana. I think you guys would laugh them out of the state.
I think there's one in like Shreveport, which is like it's Shreveport, so it makes sense. Cause
Do you have
They're
Long
not
John's or
even
do you have the
used
other one? There's
anyway.
two people. It's like
Captain D's is the other one.
that's the yeah. There you go. Because
Yeah.
there's like Hardee's and what's the other thing of Hardee's?
Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr. Same restaurant, different name. I know Long John's has so it's Captain D's. That you said?
Captain D's is a competitor. It's not the
Okay.
same thing.
Long John's has another name to other places, I believe.
They're part of Yum Brands. So you'll sometimes see like a Long John Silver's with a Taco Bell or an A&W.
That's what we have in.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
I've never seen one.
I've
that
seen-
was mixed
I've-
You
up.
get to ring the bell if the food's good. The bell never gets rung. Just so you know.
At Arby's they do sometimes.
Not at Long John's. Yeah.
It's because they've got the
I
meats
saw
at
a
Arby's.
post literally
say
earlier
that
today.
shit, Dom,
It got
because
I-
the
I
people
eat
rang
there.
the-
I don't ring the bell
the
though.
people rang the bell at my place every time they left.
Yeah, not anymore though.
I saw a Reddit post earlier today on just all that was like, there's a secret society of people that are keeping these in business, and it was a picture of
Skippers.
Long John Silver's. I haven't seen one since I was in my teens, but like I know they still exist, and it is kind of funny to think of it that way.
Part of the
Also,
Pitaveret.
Carl's Jr., fuck you. I'm eating.
I don't know what that means.
I think that's an Idiocracy reference, or
Oh,
if not, it sounds
seen
like
that,
it.
It is
Drayden needs to
idiocracy.
get his ass on here so I can yell at him about Led Zeppelin.
Your children will be placed in the custody of Carl's Jr.
That's why he's avoiding this.
Drayden in the chat before he's in the Discord?
I know.
What a cunt.
He's afraid of me. He knows I'm gonna yell at him.
He's driving.
He's
Drayden-
driving his new van on the way home.
He better not be in Twitch chat.
Yeah, you're in
driving.
a company vehicle, bro.
Are you riding, bro?
He was actually the one that messaged me to let me know that my mic was still really quiet.
Oh wow.
So I have a question for Drayden. What is the actual top speed of your company van?
And answer that when you're not driving.
No,
Ask
let
the
me-
chat questions.
let me
man.
see.
I
Speed
want
up
you to
real
get
quick and
get up
find
to the
out.
speed and take a picture of it. That's what we want. Proof. Didn't happen if
chat-
there's no picture.
The
It
chat
only
asks
goes the
us
legal speed
questions,
limit.
not the other way around.
We shouldn't advocate for this kind of shit.
Skyhawk.
I'll see the
Text
new,
and drive, people.
What, Dom?
I put that song in tunes in Discord. Just FYI. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about.
Have y'all seen the new intelligent speed that cars in Europe have to have now, where it uses like GPS and cameras so you can't go over the speed limit?
Germany's doesn't have a speed limit, so what's
It
what is
does.
that? Well, in some
He
places,
said, "Not on
but
the
Autobahn
Autobahn."
doesn't.
Not on parts of the Autobahn.
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
Like a good chunk of the
Germany's
Autobahn
not
has like a
If
120.
you're not on there
speed
though,
limit.
they've had speed cameras for decades because I've gotten tickets from when I was over there in the 90s. So.
So in my state, speed cameras are actually illegal. It is against the law to put up a speed camera.
Fucking have them here.
Iowa was one of the first states to really embrace them too, because I remember when I was like going through driver's ed, they were becoming a big thing, and there was like a whole case went before the Iowa State Supreme Court, and they were like, no, yeah, actually we can have these here, and now they're fucking everywhere. And what pisses me off is actually the I-80 bridge when you're coming into Iowa from Illinois. There's a little part of the interstate that goes through LeClaire, Iowa, and they went and put a speed camera there right as you're coming off the bridge when you're still in the slightly slower bridge speed limit. So they end up catching people as they're starting to accelerate at coming off the bridge, but still in the slower speed limit. First year, they made $3.5 million in this tiny little town of like 8,000 people, just off of.
And how
fucking
many
speed
times-
That's because
cameras.
they had to give the American pickers fucking money.
Oh,
So-
no,
so-
I got a $70 ticket going through there 2 years ago, and they can go fuck themselves. I am not paying it. Fuck off, LeClaire, Iowa.
You see a little.
Well, you know what the speed camera needs to capture? It's a 180 grain projectile heading at 1900 feet per second, heading directly at the camera lens.
Drayden!
Do you know what
Guys,
I did see?
hey,
I did see
whoa,
that
we
on
have
one of the
a
road
spe-
races
we have
in
a spe-
France. Oh, sorry.
We have a
I
special
know
guest
this is America.
that just joined us.
You can kiss my
Real
ass.
quick though, can we not advocate for shooting every
not shooting
problem
anything.
that comes into your life?
So in the
You're not
Olympics
supposed to
in
do
France,
that?
on one of the bicycle races, those guys were going so fast they were triggering the fucking speed cameras on their bicycles.
Nice. That actually happened in my city. The first week they put them up before they had to take them down, at least one of them actually got shot.
Yeah. Solution to everything. Block with a switch.
It's a southern town,
That's the
so
solution
yes.
to everything.
Hey, you know
It was the
what's
first
fun?
week someone shot one.
We have some of those cameras in the city of New Orleans, and technically they are administered by some random company in Arizona, so they're not like actually legally enforced. So you don't have to pay them, but most people just do because they think it's actually official. But you don't have.
Yeah, except they'll turn
Yeah.
you into it'll hit your credit thing. They can do that.
That's all they could do.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what
and-
but they can
Well,
do
like,
that.
if you get enough, they might
they
boot
could
your
send it
vehicle.
to
What-
collections
the-
and that hurts your credit.
Well, the way that this
It depends
works,
on your state, though.
that's exactly what I was going to say. Because, so for example, state of Wisconsin, if you don't pay a ticket after 180 days of you not paying it, that municipality that you owe for it sends an update over to the Wisconsin Department of Transportation, Department of Motor Vehicles, and your registration gets suspended for your car, and it's illegal for you to drive until you pay that ticket. They won't reinstate your plates until you've paid that fine.
And that's why I'm a sovereign citizen.
That works
Oh,
out
yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
That works every time. I don't think I've ever seen that fail.
License plates that says like free manager of the land traveling, no license needed.
I'm not driving.
Anyway,
I'm
Vlad,
traveling.
you had a question for Drayden, and he's here now.
Oh yes, what is the top speed of your company, man? Wait, this sounds like Drayden is on Discord while he's driving.
Of course.
Yes.
We should just we should
Drayden, that's illegal.
Is my voice working?
Yes, we can hear you.
we want to encourage Drayden to be on the show while he's driving.
We do not condone this.
That was
You
my bad.
caused
I did
this.
that. I did
I'm
that.
okay
I'm
with
sorry.
that. Yeah, be on there. Just don't crash. If you
It's
crash,
hooked-
don't blame us.
It's hooked up Bluetooth to the fan.
It's totally safe, bro.
Oh,
Hands free.
so this is just like taking a phone
It's
call from
hands-free
your
and
mother.
it's
or
just
something.
audio. It's
Yeah,
it's
it's just
not
like taking
like
a phone
having to
call
look
from
at
mom.
anything.
But are you speeding?
Enough.
Are you speeding? Yeah.
Oh,
You better be.
I'm going 5 over. I got cruise control set.
I think you could probably get away with
All right,
7.
am I the only person here that goes 8
I've got
over?
a ticket for 7 over. I'm not sure.
I go 8 over too. Like that's
I'm 10 over
78.
most of the time.
78 is my number. I pass
10%.
most people, and I don't get passed by
Oh, no,
most people.
I've had a ticket
Keeps
for
me out of the
7 over,
way.
and I've had a ticket for 8 over. I don't fuck with that.
Damn,
Yep,
I got if nobody would, like the cops wouldn't even
Yeah,
give you a
could get
second
ticket
guess
for
if
1
you were it over.
I gotta say, my favorite part about the drive down to New Orleans earlier this year was going through the states where the speed limit went up to 75. Those were fun places to drive.
Like ours,
80
just go a
plus
little
in
north,
Texas.
dude. Have you not
yeah.
been up north? Where
Yeah.
75?
I have last year when I went up to Travers.
So fun.
It is, because then I'm going 83.
Mm-hmm. 8 up. That's what I always say. 8 up.
As far as
That
I
was
know,
that was
Texas
the
is
infantry unit
highest
I was in.
speed
I was in
limit.
the 8th Infantry. It was 8 up.
Nice. What's up? I mean, I'm a completely different thing for me, but yeah.
Our patch was an 8 with an arrow pointing up. So.
That's a pretty cool patch. I would wear that
It's
patch.
8 up.
As a-
Come on, it's freaking ridiculous.
That's cool.
That was a good patch.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's a good patch?
It was a good patch. Wow, it
It's all
worked.
right.
Everyone took a shot.
Like, what's your patch, LB?
Fucking
Do you have the
Canada
same kind of
Maple
thing?
Leaf.
Nice.
Sometimes
You guys
There
have
was
a-
right and left shoulder
And like
patches.
a goose
they're
head?
they're very strict on what patches we're allowed to wear. So
I thought it was a
left-
marijuana leaf. What the fuck? Have I been living a
it's not,
lie?
It's maple. It's syrup.
This
It has to
whole
do with
time it's been
pancakes.
maple?
He
This
said,
is a nation
"Oh,
built
There are a lot of
on
maple
breakfast.
trees in
Me,
Canada.
Canada doesn't have a weed leaf on their
There's a
flag.
couple. Well, we should.
I'm fucking heartbroken right now. Like,
I thought
you were
and it was
the-
red for like blaze it.
Yeah, like what the fuck? I feel
Here's the
lied
thing, I'm
to.
probably the only
Green.
person in the earth. I hate maple. I hate the flavor of maple. Fuck maples.
Okay.
You know,
I mean,
I'm
Okay,
with,
well, thanks for letting us know.
I'm
That's
I'm
you know,
like the worst.
gross.
The worst. No, Dom. I'm kind of somewhat with you here. I like maple syrup,
Don't
but
do
like
that.
Maplewood smoked bacon is a terrible thing to do to bacon.
Why would you do that? Yeah, I don't like
Yeah,
maple syrup either.
I like maple syrup in context with my pancakes or my waffles. I'm good with that, but like don't fucking bring maple near my bacon.
There's
was
there's a maple Crown Royal, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
There's
not
like
anymore
maple
because it's gross.
everything.
Right? Yeah, yeah.
There was a patch from I want to say the Vietnam era that I've seen in multiple places over the years. That kind of looked like a ladies' region, and I don't think it was intentional, but I think it played out that way. And I always, got a little bit of a chuckle at it.
I'm not sure.
I'm maybe if I remember, I'll do some digging and see if I can find it at some point. I remember like seeing it in like maybe even like Battlefield Vietnam or something. I don't know,
Ladies region.
like Vietnam era stuff, and then I've seen it in other places where I'm like, oh, it was a real patch. Like,
Is it top or bottom?
or nether region. Yeah.
Interesting.
Like I said, I don't think it was intentional, but like it kind of, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was. Hard to say.
Who knows at this point? I mean, anything's
Who knows?
possible, right?
I mean, the last couple tours Rammstein have done, their stage curtain ends up looking like it. But
Did
I
it
think
have a
that was
lightning? Did it have a
intentional.
lightning bolt in it too?
I think it might have. Are you googling things?
Yeah, it's the 25th Infantry Division.
Speaking of games, I actually went to a bar a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago
I
that
think
looks
that
like
might-
it looks like a base somebody would have built in like Rust.
Although I think I've seen other versions maybe as well that were similar but different. But yeah, I think that was the gist of it.
What happened to Rust?
Sorry.
I went to a bar a couple weeks ago in Washington D.C. that looks like a base somebody would have built in Rust. It's like a courtyard surrounded by shipping containers, and the shipping containers are where all the drink stations are.
I know that's just like the new hipster thing, just like using shipping containers for stuff.
I mean, yes and no. Shipping containers are like super cost effective in some ways because we import more things than we export in this country, and so we end up with an excess of them. And that's why, like, one of the reasons people are coming up with like creative ways to use them because they're super. I'm not gonna say cheap, but they're fairly affordable for something that is a big piece of pretty strong structure.
Lots of metal. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, if they're not completely beat, which a lot of times they are, but if they're not, like, they're like watertight and a bunch of other shit going for them. So it's like, yeah, they're not a terrible medium for, making things out of.
I had read somewhere
See it will
that
pop up.
tons of those fuckers fall off ships all the time in the ocean.
That's horrifying to me because one day I want to like
that's true,
sail
I've
the
heard
ocean,
that.
and I'm like, the idea of just being out there in the middle of the night and just fucking
Run into a shipping
Well,
container.
up into
That'd be
a-
awful. Yeah.
Those things sink
they
like
float at surface
stones.
level.
No,
they
that's
don't.
not
They
true,
hold a bunch
Brad.
of air.
They do, and they wash
They're
up on the beach
watertight.
sometimes. Yeah.
Now, granted, not every one of them, but they get inspected a lot. So they get failed and they retire them and stuff. That's a lot of the ones you see like on the secondhand market and stuff. But they are like fairly watertight, and so yeah, they'll sit there like roughly at the surface of the water, and like a small craft would just go rocked on it if it came at it at speed. And
Fuck
that's
yeah.
that's
Yeah, I
that's
really
an
like that.
irrational fear of mine because I don't spend a lot of time in the ocean, but I would like to, and I'm like, you're gonna get whelped on a shipping container in the middle of the night and be fucked, bro.
You have died
seen,
due to collision with a shipping container.
Would not like that.
I've seen videos of like ships finding them floating out in the sea and grabbing them because you get the salvage, right? You're like,
Yeah, you can
clip,
clip.
pick it up and claim whatever's in it. So they cracked it open and it was filled with like electronics, like Samsung electronics.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say like
People.
marital aids. I was trying to think of something like friendly to say about.
But they were super hyped up because it was like all like high end stuff.
Nice.
Some,
I mean, yeah.
in Eve we say the Sino or God, the beacon delivers. In real life, the ocean delivers. I saw something with the hurricane that just came through when it went through. Or yeah, when it came through Florida, there was a couple $1 million worth of cocaine washed up on Florida beaches.
Did you get it?
Sadly, no. Here
It needs to provide to me.
It takes a little while for me to get to Florida from Michigan. Unfortunately, you're closer. Why didn't you go get it for me?
Oh, it's just a couple
I didn't know it
hours,
was
bro.
there.
It's just a couple hours. What do you mean? It's just a couple
Yeah,
hours
you
on a
get-
plane, bro. It's just a
You get
couple
coked up
hours.
and you're gonna hang
Just
out.
a couple hours. Yeah. Fuck,
I mean,
if I
like,
didn't know
I
about it, I
heard-
drove
I
down
heard
there
next
for it.
time.
The cop
Motherfucker.
got like 1,000 pounds. What do you think they're gonna do with 500 pounds? I mean, I know.
Exactly.
They take 50
What
pounds.
could you even do with 250 pounds of cocaine?
What can I do? I got
Everybody
a
got
fucking
real
party.
quiet.
What do you mean? I had a great
We're thinking
time.
about what we
Dude.
do with 250 pounds of cocaine.
Apparently, in the
Be happy
headquarters,
for about
I
7
would turn
years.
it into the
the
police.
headquarters of the New Orleans Police Department kept having issues where rats were getting into their their
Those
storage
damn
room where they
cocaine
had all of the confiscated cocaine, and the rats were getting high.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing. I'm gonna give a quote. The rats were getting in there. I don't know where all the
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
evidence is gone.
Yeah,
the
I know,
rats
it's very
must be getting
convenient.
it.
You're like, oh, there must be the rats.
So here it is. The
Nice cars in that neighborhood.
The cocaine blocks, which weighed about 70 pounds total, were wrapped in plastic and marked with a red and black symbol. Their street value was over $1 million.
I always hate hearing the values on those because they're always so fucking like
I know,
asinine wrong. But
I know, I'm like
It's
70
like, they
pounds
always
of
gotta-
cocaine,
the
like,
cops always
holy
have to
shit.
show off, like, we confiscated like $200 million.
this was $200 million.
Like,
Yeah, it was like, yeah,
It's-
in one suitcase. Okay.
It stayed in the evidence room for a week, and then it was sold the next.
Well, and the thing is, when they do that value, they don't do the value like if you bought a key. They do the value if you sold the key on the street.
I said if
That's-
you sold the
that's how they-
smallest baggie possible, and we divided it 1,000,000 times, that's what we found in this box.
Of course, if
Exactly,
you do
yeah.
that, it's going to be like a lot more than would be per ounce or whatever.
Yeah.
Do they
Right.
count if you're going to
Grams.
cut in baking soda?
Or
They
baby
counted
laxative.
along with. Yeah, it counts towards the weight, just like your dealer does to you.
Yeah. So by the time you get it Redline, it's probably been stepped down 4 or 5 times.
That's right.
And then they use teaser glue, model glue, and put that in there to chunk it back up to fool you.
Good.
Gives it a little zest.
Gives it a little flavor,
A little tang.
little tang.
Y'all got problems.
No, not anymore.
And a
And
lack of,
cocaine ain't one of
and a
them.
lack of drugs ain't one.
what do you think?
I'm a
I don't-
very I don't do
Redline,
any-
don't you judge my life choices. Thank you.
I would never judge your life choices.
Nice.
But I'm just saying y'all got problems.
I got problems. Yeah.
And like when I
I
say
lived in
it,
El Paso for 2
mean
years.
it.
I had a great fucking time when I was there. Tell you what.
And I really do mean it the best way possible. Y'all got
Everybody's got
problems.
problems. My dog just.
I mean,
coughed
the
up
only
a
problem
finger.
I had
We're on
with
the
it,
show, so that's kind of a given.
the only problem I had with it was I thought it was underwhelming, but that's just me.
Did you do enough?
Probably shitty stuff. Yeah.
We are
probably.
drifting.
In the ocean, gonna hit a fucking
Emo
container,
alone.
and that's why I'm worried.
It is a
Yeah.
spaceship game.
But there's drugs in there too.
Oh,
There's
here's a
crash.
question.
There is drugs in there, yeah.
Oh, what's your question, Vladimus?
So what is
Who here
the
likes
Eve?
soup?
What is the Eve
Hmm.
equivalent of cocaine?
Oh, that's good.
LB, in your
crash.
opinion.
Wait,
No, Quaif.
Oh, that's a drink.
Faster and better targeting. Yeah, I see.
Exactly.
Oh,
So-
no, it's not better
Yeah.
targeting, just
There.
faster.
That's just
It
Quaif
has
Zero
better
now.
scan
It
resolution.
raises, scan resolution.
Scan res
and
and
meth
velocity.
is
so-
blue pill. Meth is blue pill because it makes you feel like you're invincible, right? Mm-hmm.
PCP, bro.
Yeah, I guess so.
What are Eve equivalent of MDMA?
What
That
does,
would
Mushrooms.
that would be the tracking pills.
I don't know any of them that just make you feel.
Yeah, yeah, the drop booster.
Drop.
Yeah, drop.
I'm sure CCP loves this. This is great for us getting partners.
I mean, it is.
They
are
put
you
it in the
going-
game. We didn't put it in the game, right?
Are we going for partners? Is that a thing we're after?
Drayden said he
Hey,
was
we're
going to
gonna
apply
ask.
like a month or two ago.
Well,
I don't
so
know if
much
it
for that.
happened.
If
We were
you
told to
didn't,
get fucked.
then I'm sorry.
Yeah, I could
we're
probably
not
apply
trying.
for it sometime.
You should.
It's been long enough.
I'm not worried about it because he doesn't have the drive to do it. We don't let him.
I don't think you can.
We've asked you
no,
to do
we
it
were-
one time. Now you said you
we were-
won't do it.
You hear that, Drayden? He
We're
said you
doing,
can't do it.
more streams because LB's been streaming, co-streaming on it. Skyhawk's done a couple, so
You told me you didn't want me to. Oh, I don't need your help, dog.
We should do it if it's still been recent enough that Vanguard streams might help count towards it. So like, I don't know.
yeah. So I mean,
Oh
I
my
don't
God,
mean
just
last
don't
week.
apply, dude.
It's tomorrow. Since I
Do
don't
it.
have a movie to go
No,
to.
do it tonight when you get home.
Booked the wrong day.
Why'd you do that
What
for?
the fuck? Did you book it for today?
I was like, I'm gonna go see Alien Romulus in IMAX on Saturday. Hell yeah! And I bought the ticket, and I looked, and it said August 17th. I'm like, I'm a fucking.
Oh my god. And it's only
this
the
is-
9th.
This is
So-
why he's just a vice president, guys.
So, all right.
That's why he's a vice.
All right.
That's why it's as far as you ever get. It's vice.
I'm gonna ask a
Vice
question.
President.
I'm gonna ask a question. Follow
Okay.
it with a statement, and
What's
then
a Smurgle
let
badge?
you guys respond.
What?
I've never seen any of just the Alien movies. Should I like? Are they worth going to see? The only ones
my
I've
God.
seen is the
That was the
AVP
question we're
movies.
answering.
I heard it was good.
Watch
Watch the
watch
first two.
second
The first two
one.
are awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, Alien
watch,
and
watch the
Aliens.
first two, and then
Yeah.
the new one takes place in between those two.
Okay, that's what I was wondering
Although
is
they
where
say
it fits in.
You don't need to watch any of the Alien films to watch this new one.
The
it's
first,
like
the
its own
first one is
standalone thing,
dated
but it-
now, but still holds up.
And that's
but
the
it
one
does
with
have
Sigourney
continuity.
Weaver, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
The
They
first
both-
two
the
have
first-
one.
There's two,
Well, she's in the first.
3,
She's in the first war.
4. Oh, yeah, I know
There's
she's in the
4?
She's a
Aliens
medic.
1, 2, 3, and that Resurrection or whatever it was.
Second
I
one's got a lot of famous people in it.
Second
Bill
one's my
Paxton,
favorite.
the guy from Terminator. I don't know his real name. And
Michael Bean.
Michael B. No, that's not him.
No,
You,
not British.
you should not jump in on everything he says right away.
I know, is that right? Michael Bean's the. No, that's not right, is it?
You just got to be more careful.
Welcome,
about
Mace.
what-
How's it going,
Maybe
buddy?
that's right. That might be right.
I'm
Oh,
Googling
no, it is
that.
No, it is Michael Bean.
That's
Michael Bean was
right,
the,
yeah. He's the.
Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, the one. No, B. Jordan.
Yeah, this
no.
is a lesson on not jumping on everything
He's
that
the
I
sergeant
say.
or something.
I don't know.
Michael Jordan's in Predator 2. What?
many
Yeah.
Look at him.
No, there's
Hey, it's Mace Windu.
there's an actor whose name is Michael B.
Mace Windu?
Jordan.
It's not him.
And
though.
I was making a joke. He
Ah, he's
played
such
the
a-
bad. What, Ackroth?
Nothing. Go on.
Oh,
And
he was in the first Black Panther movie. He played the bad guy in that.
he had to
Yeah, but he was
go
in
by
Space
Michael
Jam,
B.
right?
Jordan because they all have to have unique names when they register for like what's the Actors Guild or whatever.
I
And since
work
Michael
with-
Jordan
Why
was in
it
like
Michael
the
A.
Space
Jordan?
His
Jam
middle name's not
movies.
even B. His middle name's Gregory.
That's
Why did he-
interesting,
Well, he had
Delana.
to, like,
Jordan
make
be
up
It's
Jordan?
West Hollywood, bro.
But that's why he had to be
Could've
Michael
been
B.
A.
Jordan because he couldn't be the same as Michael Jordan because since Michael Jordan was an
But
actual
he could have
actor
been
in a
Michael
movie.
A. Jordan. He could have been Michael A. Jordan. Why do y'all?
It's like it's why
why'd he go
Samuel
to
L.
number two?
Jackson
Yeah.
is Samuel L. Jackson and not Samuel Jackson.
Does he be Jordan?
Right?
B. Jordan.
Exactly. He be Jordan.
I work with a guy named Michael Jordan, and it's very interesting.
I dated
How
a
many
guy.
people make basketball references around him?
I dated a
On
guy.
occasion. I mean, not much anymore, but yeah, we do something.
I actually dated a Michael Jordan at one point, and my favorite experience when we were together was we tried to go into a bar. This is like early 20s, like he was 23, I was like 22 at the time, and the bouncer thought because he looked a little bit younger, so the bouncer thought he had a fake ID because of the name, and he's also like black guy. So the bouncer was giving him shit, and he just starts taking like cards and stuff out of his wallet, just basically throwing it at the bouncer, being like, "Look at all the fucking shit I've got with this name on it. Fuck you."
So he was a black guy and named Michael Jordan.
Yep, and so the bouncer was like, "Yeah, you look too young. Must be a fake ID. I don't believe
No.
that Michael Jordan's your
We're
name."
not tall enough.
Yeah, I was like, "What the fuck?"
Is the guy that you worked with or work with named Michael Jordan also a black guy?
He's a white guy.
Oh, he's white.
You
guy,
should
okay.
play. I just linked a song in Twitch chat. You should play this song whenever he comes in.
The Alan Parsons Project. This brings me back to some Austin Powers moments.
Oh,
His name's
LB.
Michael Bolton, but he goes by Mike.
I have something to ask you, LB.
Yeah,
I didn't get to click on it, but were you streaming the other night?
Yep.
Probably.
I usually stream Mondays and Wednesdays.
I did not know that. I just happened to see you on recommended channels, and I was like, "Is that LB?"
Did you drop in and find
Yes.
out?
I did not. I was going to bed.
Are you
You
even
could
a real
have seen me
friend?
lose an exec or
I'm
a
not a
Navy
real
issue.
friend.
You didn't subscribe to him for a year? What the hell?
What the fuck?
He's probably gonna have to quit the fucking game. He can't afford it anymore.
I can't build a garage. Thanks, Mace. There goes the garage.
Fucking guy.
There
100%
goes the
not.
garage.
So
I-
Mace, you going to NOLA next year?
I just want to say too, LB.
Yes, I
I-
should be going to NOLA next year.
Nice. I did
I
have
should
your.
also. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, LB. I did have your stream up the other night and was watching it while playing a video game and also watching Netflix. And I totally did get the eavesdrop thanks to your stream. So thank you.
I
welcome.
didn't because I had not been able to play
Same
for a
here.
fucking week and a half.
And I got a Skinner thing, and I was tickled by it because I wanted it.
Where'd it
I was
take
going
you?
to say I should
haven't
be
played
going
with Skinner.
to
I want more of them so I can build them.
Vegas and NOLA next year, but Vegas in January. So and then NOLA.
Okay, but what about FanFest?
I don't know about that one yet.
But what
I
about
will
the
not.
race?
It's weird. Like, I'm already going to be spending
Everyone
10
forgets
days
about Dre.
in Vegas this year. So it's like, I don't.
You're going there for work too, aren't you,
Me?
Delana? Don't you have something
No.
going on? Oh, I thought you. had
I'm
something
going for
on.
Eve Vegas, and then when we were young is the next weekend after that. And
You're
there's
doing
no point of
exactly
me-
what I did last
There's
year.
no point in me going home and then coming back when I would have to leave on a Monday and come back on a Thursday. It was like, no, I can.
When
bring
you
my
were young,
laptop
what
and
happened when
work
you were
while I'm
young?
there.
We were there for 8 days.
When we were young, we listened to emo shit, and that's why I'm gonna go see My Chemical Romance.
See, you should have came
ju-
last year
so-
with me.
I totally know the answer to this already. I feel like, but Delano, you're coming to FanFest too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you trying to get in? Because Rain's going to join us as well for the doing an open comms crew Airbnb. Are you trying to get in on that, or you got something
Oh.
set up already?
I've been talking with my court mates, cause I bought my FanFest ticket, like I always do, like during the closing ceremony of the previous one.
Same.
So
Got it at the closing
like,
ceremony.
usually they haven't even like changed the year yet on the, whatever the ticket
Right or whatever. Yeah.
ticket
Yeah.
bright whatever Eventbrite. So I was talking to my court mates, but I mean we don't really even start planning that until like maybe after Christmas. I mean, I was looking at Airbnbs.
That's what I wanted to get ahead of the game on Airbnbs because my assumption at this point in the game, prices are only going to go one direction.
Oh yeah. But it's like,
For
a lot of my
Airbnb, for
court mates
sure.
are also like, we have the issue of like, a bunch of them snore and they all want their own room.
Yeah,
it's like-
that's why the stuff I've been looking at is like either anywhere from like a 3 to 4, potentially could bump it up to 5 bedroom depending on how many people get in on it. Where each bedroom has its own bed, and then also like a sofa bed out in the shared space that Akaroth has already volunteered for.
We'll
Yeah,
see how it
it's just
plays.
like, you don't
but yeah,
have a
well,
lot of like,
I mean, well, you said you were
multi-bedroom
willing.
places, and most
If
of
it
them are
comes to
gonna
that,
have like
I'll-
more than
I'll
one
volunteer.
bed.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Sorry,
like,
I
okay, then
mistook
you
that
need,
as a
like,
hard
Trying
no.
to sleep on
more,
the couch,
you
but
need
if it comes
more
to that, yeah, I'll
than
have
one bathroom. Like, you just
Oh
have
yeah,
to.
yeah. Like the last one I was looking at that I just fell in love with, and is only a couple blocks from Harpa, is two full baths and then 3 bedrooms and a sleeper sofa.
And one time
I
my
feel like
court
he's
mates,
trying
they
to
stayed
pigeonhole
in like some little place. I was like, it's like one main bedroom,
I overplan
and then
Akaroth.
all the other beds there's like 6 cots in the attic,
Oh,
in one
God.
bathroom. And I'm like, what the how do y'all do that?
barracks.
No.
Yeah, it's just like a barracks, and I guess like whoever's special enough gets like the room by themselves. But it's just like
Oh,
it's like somebody took like a normal house, like a small house with 1 bedroom in it, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna put this on Airbnb, and just like threw a bunch of cots in the attic.
sounds like that's great for line member housing.
Yeah, it
I mean,
was just
if you're
like,
gonna go to Airbnb, get something like similar in quality to the PL Airbnb because that place is baller.
oh, the room with the view.
No,
Whatever.
I've been compiling a list of a couple places that I've been pricing out and looking at, and everyone that's expressed interest in an open comms Airbnb, I'll get you guys pulled into a chat this weekend and
So-
share some of those details.
I'll make it if I get to snuggle with Skyhawk, I'll come to FanFest.
I mean, I'm currently
broke up
single.
there. You say,
Oh, is this a new development?
For sad
Mom
reasons.
I will try and not pass out curled up naked on the toilet this time.
Wait,
I don't believe him.
I
Don't
was
believe
not-
him.
When did that happen, Traded?
Lord.
about to say I wasn't passed out.
Well, it happened
Yeah.
twice.
Happened to-
Twice in New Orleans.
Epic Nola. Yeah, Dom. Well, once I did that, but I wasn't naked. The second time, but yeah, Dom and I were sharing a hotel room, and I guess he came in. And I was just butt ass naked, curled around the toilet, going. Ugh.
Yeah.
But the other time, you're butt ass naked on the floor outside inside your door, your room. It was twice.
okay,
It was
This
twice.
is the time you were in my room.
Just gonna wear a
No.
body glove
That
all
we
the
just shared a couch. Then we just snuggled on the couch together. It was a good night.
We're gonna get Drayden a Merkin.
I mean, Akaroth, it's perfectly fine because Draded couch surfed for an entire Vegas once, but it was
Yeah.
free.
I mean, I did that the Vegas I went. There's nothing wrong with couch surfing. There's nothing wrong with seeing Drayden's cock or balls or ass.
No, I tried to help him, but he
But
wanted
to
me
be
to touch
fair,
him.
that couch was essentially the size of a single bed.
I slept on Dom and Drayden's couch one of the nights in Vegas, or one of the days actually. I guess technically.
Did you?
Yeah. Oh no, you weren't staying there. It was
No, it was Drayden and somebody else. Pukin's kid.
well, and him too, but it was those three in that.
Oh, that's right,
place.
that
You were
was-
staying somewhere else.
I just remember going to that place there where Pukin's kid was. I forget what the hotel was that you guys were at. The
Jockey
share.
Club.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Where there was soup, except Drayden made soup, except Drayden and Manic and basically everyone else was hungover as fuck. Dom, you were off in your room
I was sick.
dying.
Yeah. Like 103 temperature. It was awful.
Oh, jeez.
It was bad.
I mean, we had
Blame
fun,
it
but
mostly on
Soup
fucking
day, though, that was
Akaroth.
like, soup is the best if you're hungover. Just no question.
I'm so sad we can't get Jockey Club again this year because
He doesn't
those
have
rooms
any.
were nice and the price was impossible to beat.
It was. The problem was then all of a sudden they changed all the rules, and it was bad. Yeah. For Pukin, right, he had to drop it.
Yeah, if we wanted to do food, like I could see what they have in the store. Maybe we like cook some meals at the Airbnb.
Yeah.
Probably like to go out for dinners and stuff. I mean, just like breakfast and stuff. Probably get away with like cooking some of that.
See, that's my favorite way to spend a vacation, actually. Like, when I spent, like, time in other places for, like, a week-long vacation, it's breakfast as, like, you know, eat cheap or, like, cook or whatever, and then go out for food, like, the rest of the day, basically, and have fun.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
one of
I
the,
definitely.
one fan fest ago, not the previous fan fest, but the one before that, when we actually had like a big shared apartment, and like one of the guys would cook up breakfast. That was really nice, because last year most of the days I had to like go find a cafe and like just get breakfast, and at least I would get a coffee, but I had to like go somewhere and get it. I like my breakfast. Because
Were
then
you
once
at
I
an
get
Airbnb?
to the actual fan fest, and I would forget to eat all day, and then I was like, oh shit, I haven't eaten anything, and then
Hey, Delano,
yeah.
have you checked with November to see if he's going to win We Were Young this year?
November.
You know, because he also went last year.
Yeah, you know
last
what?
year,
I'll have to check.
but he went
I
on
haven't
Sunday
heard.
and I went on Saturday.
Yeah, I'm going on Saturday next year. This
It's
year.
funny because like last year tickets sold out for both days within like a week. This year there's still Sunday tickets left for sale.
Are there any good bands playing?
Well, to me, probably not to you, Vlad.
I mean, no, My Chemical Romance, like, that would be enough to sell me.
Vlad,
So there's
there's
My
nobody
Chemical
from
Romance
Tennessee
and
playing.
Fall Out Boy, and of course, like,
Oh.
I've seen Fall Out Boy multiple times, but like they are my dudes. I love their singer especially, but I have never seen My Chemical Romance because they were on hiatus for so long, and then they're like, oh, we're back, and it was like late 2019, so like they were planning their tour, and then COVID happened, so I've just
Yep.
never been able to get into.
They've been
that.
around a long time, though, haven't
Yeah.
they? Yeah.
20 years.
Yeah, I just never went.
Yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah.
Before then, like I think they went on hiatus in like 2012, and like so that's when I was still in college. I didn't really go to a lot of shows when I was in college because I didn't have the time or the money. So once I graduated, it's like they were on hiatus already, and I was like, well, shit.
Dre,
I mean, to
did
be
you get- did you get
fair-
your tattoo? Did you get that done?
No. And I talked with November because I was hanging out with him last week. Went over to Seattle, and that's still in the plan. We both want to get a Garista's tattoo, but
Seattle
Saturday,
meetup
yeah.
when?
How come you
I
guys?
would be
I
down
want to do
with
it next
Seattle.
year. I want to do that next year. If I want to, and if November doesn't set it up, I got another friend that lives in Seattle, and I'll just get a hold of him and be like, "What are some cool?"
At the bare
dirt
minimum,
places?"
what you have to do, just say like, just pick a place. It'd be like, we all show up this day at this time, and just tell everybody, and then everybody will figure it out from there. You just gotta start
Well,
it.
they do that every year, but it's usually like just a one evening. We have dinner and some drinks, and then that's it. I was like kind of wanting to set up like a Seattle meet that would be like a weekend.
Well,
And
they
it
have
doesn't
a
have to be
Discord
huge
already.
one. It doesn't have to. Yeah, they have there's a Pacific Northwest Discord for you.
Do they?
Um,
I need to
yeah,
invite
it's
to it.
PNW. I can get you an invite once I get back to the shop. But yeah, so they do that, but it's like just like a few times a year they'll just get together and meet up for some dinner. But most of them they all live there, so they just go out somewhere. But I would like to set up something for like a weekend. It doesn't have to be a big meetup. It doesn't have to have like CCP involved necessarily. It's just like, hey, we're going to be doing this stuff Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and if people want to show up, sweet.
Yeah, which is
Dude, you know what'd be
fun.
awesome? Do it the weekend of a Seahawks game, and then we all go to a Seahawks game.
It's not expensive.
You trying to make me
they're
like
expensive.
take
And
out
then
a
you
loan?
have to go to this. Then you have to watch the Seahawks. That doesn't sound like fun at all.
Right, exactly.
It's also expensive. I mean, it's like they only play 8 or 9 games a year at home, and they're like probably $200 or $300 for nosebleeds, and they're hard to get, especially for a bunch on
That is
But one thing is, I probably wasn't
pricey.
thinking about doing like a hotel block because I don't really want to be on the hook for. It might just
Yeah,
be
like
kind
if
of a
you're
hey,
just
we're gonna.
starting out a thing, you don't need to go that crazy.
It's fine, Drayden. Vlad's been flexing on us all night about
He has been.
Oh yeah,
I try not to overly
We're not that
flex.
cool, dude.
and it's like it doesn't matter to me. Like I could just get whatever hotel room, I don't care, and whatever plane seats, as long as I'm by the window, I don't care.
I still work for Hilton,
Just look
so
at things on the
I
wall.
don't.
This is cool.
I never
Need
care
an
about the
ultra
hotel
premium.
block.
Plus, and otherwise, what do you even do?
Fuck no, I'm not getting ultra premium seats for the NFL game. I'm getting cheap seats. Have you seen the prices on those
coolest thing I
things?
did
I like to go to bars and watch it on TV.
I finally
Easier.
get a free flight on Southwest this year because I got enough miles. Like, that's a cool thing.
Nice.
And that's to go to Columbus.
So from
Hey!
the NOLA trip,
So
this past
Columbus
year-
is where I went for the eclipse. Actually, that's where a really cool zoo is.
I saw
I
the
don't
eclipse in
know how
Colombia, but
much
different
free time I'll get because we're going to see 21 Pilots, but like some of the time we're going to be
Oh,
camping
I'd like
out.
to see them.
Why are you going to see 21 different pilots?
No, there's a
Just
lot
how
of them. You
air
get
shows
your
work.
money's worth.
Will you actually get to meet all 21, or is it just luck of the draw?
Oh yeah, all of them.
That's awesome.
Okay, what the heck are 21 pilots?
It's two guys
21
actually
guys
in a band.
that are
All
pilots.
They did
Okay.
the theme to what's that fucking movie? Suicide Squad. Yeah.
Legally Blonde.
Oh,
No, Suicide Squad.
Bend and
Dalmatian.
snap.
Suicide Team? What is the name of it? Squad. Yeah, that's right. I'm done. Never mind.
Squad.
I'm always sad because anytime a good bit like the band that does the Grandma song just announced a tour, and it's nowhere near me, and I'm very, very sad.
Oh no.
Vlad, why
Oh,
don't
The
you
Grandma song. What the fuck is that?
It's the weirdest fucking song you'll ever hear.
Who's it by?
King Diamond.
I know King Diamond.
Why don't you
Cheer,
come down
cheer!
next weekend and we'll go out to a bar, Vlad?
Is it King Diamond? He used to be lead singer for Merciful Fate, right?
Yep. Like the closest one to me is Atlanta, and it's like during the week, so I
No one
can't
wants to
go.
go to Atlanta.
Atlanta's horrible, dude. Don't go there. No.
I went to my first big concert in Atlanta. It was at the Phillips Arena.
Oh god, I feel bad. I feel so bad for you.
Dude, it was fucking Rammstein. It's amazing no matter where it
Yep.
is.
No, my first concert was actually at Riverbend, and it was horrible. It was so your first concert at a festival, and it was like wall to wall people.
Okay, I was thinking of a different Riverbed, so that's good.
No, you know the one I'm talking about.
My first concert was at Iowa State Fairgrounds. Def Leppard.
Nice.
Oh wow.
The
Sweet.
Pyromania tour. Yeah.
So Vlad, you
Yeah,
gonna
what was
come
that, the
down next
80s?
weekend?
83.
Vlad,
my uncle
drive
took me
down
to
here
Austin.
next weekend.
Why? There's like nothing to do down there.
I mean,
to
I've seen
Chattanooga.
Nine Inch Nails in concert. They are fantastic.
Chattanooga's just as big as Knoxville, and you know it.
Yeah, and nobody plays there either. I keep looking.
I'm not saying to come see a concert. I'm saying to come have a beer with me.
Still, I have to get off my ass and decide to drive down there.
I'll meet you halfway, but I don't know exactly where we would meet halfway that would have literally even a bar.
See,
Like we could meet in Athens.
Mace, I'm like lazy when it comes to shit like this.
That's okay. You can be unlazy. I give you permission.
I don't know when it'll happen, Mace, but actually I do want to get down to your neck of the woods. I've only ever driven through, and my favorite drive, or part of the drive from the Midwest down to Florida, is the part where we're going through Chattanooga and through the mountains. And I've always wanted to like actually come and like spend a couple days around that area because it's beautiful up there.
Anytime you come down, I will give you the grand tour. Take you up in
I-
like the
I-
mountains.
I would love that, and I will definitely take you up on that eventually.
How far is the AT from you, Mace?
The start of the AT is about, I want to say, give me 1 second. I think it's about 45 minutes. I've been there.
That would actually be a cool
That's
like.
doesn't that take place in New Eden?
No, it goes the Appalachian Trail. Yes, I got your joke, Dom.
It was a good one, right? Sometimes I'm
Yeah, it was.
Cheers to you
Sometimes.
for that one, Dom, with my invisible
Sometimes I'm witty even when I don't know how to speak.
here I am on my Superstar Destroyer drinking my super invisible space.
I wasn't
beverage.
gonna get really hammered tonight, but it's not gonna happen. I already did.
Yeah, let's do a shot.
I've been
Actually, I
doing
was
them.
wrong.
I do drink.
It's about an hour and 15 minutes away, but I've
A
been
drink,
there.
a shot, whatever. I'm doing a drink.
What's
You're
the
willing
AT?
to,
I've only ever driven through.
Drayden, did you do a shot? What the fuck?
I'm kidding. No, I was kidding. Wait, let me pour one up real quick.
Driving down the road, pouring
Better be-
shots.
Because I'm driving with my knee. Give me a second.
Gotta pour it first. Hey, responsible drinkers don't spill.
But yeah,
That's
if
right.
any of you guys want to come down and hike some of the AT with me, I will.
What is the
get you-
AT? I asked. I'm sure
Appalachian
you probably
Trail.
said-
Appalachian Trail.
It
I
goes
will-
it goes from the southeast all the way to the northeast.
Georgia to Maine.
Yeah, it's pretty long.
Yeah, Georgia.
Oh,
Maine.
so we're talking
takes-
about doing the Cumberland Trail. That's not near there, though, is it? They end in the same spot, don't they?
The Cumberland Trail, yeah, it's about like 2 hours from the AT,
It
depending
kind
on
of
where
ends
you
like
are.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's the CNO. That's the one that connects to the AT. I know what you're talking about now.
Now, if any of
Yeah,
you
because the
come
Cumberland
do that-
Trail's in Tennessee.
No.
No, not that one.
No, it goes across the Continental Divide from Pittsburgh to Maryland.
I will go with you and complain the whole time that it's hot and I'm fat.
On the Cumberland, well, we're on bicycles. It'd be fun.
any trail.
I've-
I will love to go and complain the entire time.
I've been to 2 bachelor parties, and they were both like, I'm not going to say like destination. They were kind of destination. We flew out of state. One was in Colorado, one was in Montana. Both of them were hiking up fucking mountains, and it was a bunch of just people who were in way better shape than I am. I don't think any of them are chain smokers like I am. They were phenomenal experiences. I had such a great time. I didn't feel like I was going to die at all.
How do strippers get up there?
No, we didn't do. These were like guys weekend things. They weren't like, you know, whatever.
They were guy
old
strippers.
Stereotypical.
I'm so down.
Y'all took turns, right? That
We
happened.
basically did a bunch of drugs and hiked.
Took
Like,
turns.
that was like
That's my favorite thing to wander into the woods and do. Just go
Oh,
into
yeah.
the woods and do
No.
drugs.
This is my
If they're legal in
Legal
your area.
drugs. Legal drugs. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
like
I got the
Benadryl.
plan back in 2017 that I was going to go hike
what?
the AT for 2 days and stay overnight and then hike back out. Okay. I did no training. I packed my backpack so much heavier than you actually
As you
need.
That happens when you don't have a lot of experience. Yeah.
And I ate a bunch of greasy food right before I went on the trail.
Gotta lube it
Did
up.
you bring toilet paper?
No.
Dangerous
Well, no,
toilet
I
paper,
did. I did a little. Yes, I did actually have toilet paper. So I hiked about 3 miles in. I was planning on doing 6 that one day. It was in April. The weather was horrible. The
Rainy?
average wind speed was 40 miles an hour with 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts. It rained the whole time. I hiked one day into the first shelter. That was not where I was supposed to spend the night. I was supposed to go farther and spend the night. I hunkered down there and slept in that shelter with 15 other people in a shelter that only holds 12.
Snugly.
And then the next morning, I hiked back out. It took me 4 hours to go 3 miles. So
That
was
sounds
my-
like fun.
yeah, that was my AT experience. And it was funny. This old man came up behind me, and he's like, "Where you heading?" I'm like, "I'm heading down to my car at the parking lot."
To hell.
Yeah. He's like, "Can you give me a ride down to town?" And I hiked the part of the AT that goes over Klingman's Dome, which is like the highest part of the Appalachian Mountains. It's up between Gatlinburg and Cherokee, North Carolina. And he's like, "Can you give me a ride down to town?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And he's like, "Okay, meet you at the parking lot." And this dude had to be at least double my age. And he took off and left me in the dust.
He's waiting for you there for hours.
Like, seriously, he was like, "Okay, I'll see you at the parking lot." And he was just gone.
That's
But, yeah.
funny. It's always fun to see people like that, either older or like people that don't look like they're in shape, but they can all, you know, like they fucking hike or bike like
But you're
superstars.
talking about, I had my backpack so heavy. I brought 60 pounds of gear for a 3-day hike.
Oops.
Yeah, my last camping trip was similar. We brought like a blow-up mattress, like pots and pans and shit. It was just like
That's camping. That's
After it was
not
also-
on your back walking into the woods.
I mean, that's the
That's
thing is
what I like
we
glamping.
hiked to what was called like a they called them primitive sites in that
Oh,
particular
okay,
state
okay.
park or whatever. But
Yeah.
like, don't get me wrong, I didn't do like miles and miles and miles, but it was just like awful each way. And it was like, I have a couple people I work with who are actual like hiker campers, to where they're like constantly like looking online and like shaving weight and stuff, and getting things down to minuscule amounts to where they're packing like 6 pounds or so, 9 pounds. I don't
Oh,
know
yeah,
what
that's
it is,
it.
but like getting real crazy numbers out of everything. And I'm like, no, I brought all the cool stuff, and like I brought like bag wine and shit in my backpack and all sorts of crazy
You
stuff.
gotta have hiking wine. I mean, that's a thing.
hiking
right?
one.
I'm glad I did. I was happy to be drunk.
I carry about 65 pounds on my bicycle. 25 of that is booze and ice, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to connect with nature without connecting with myself.
How long does that ice last on a multi-day trip on your bike, though?
Oh, you saw every place you sells ice, you buy ice. I've got
okay.
like that's like a Yeti style cooler that I've got hooked. It's nice.
Nice.
At 90 degree temperature, it still holds ice pretty well.
Okay.
The booze doesn't last very long. The ice lasts pretty long.
That tracks.
So
Yes, the booze does not last long when you drink it.
Yes, I know.
I have some.
funny
We
how
used to
that
carry 2 or
works.
3 liters of rum with us.
So for the past month, I have been without a job.
Okay.
At
By
the
choice?
end of, kind of. I don't want to go into that.
You brought it up, brothers.
Yeah, you
Well,
brought it up.
I don't want to go into that part. But anyway, so
Fair
since
clarification.
Since July 2nd, I'm not at a job. And 2 days ago, I actually got accepted to go to work for Coke. So I'm gonna be
Nice.
working.
They're going to pay you in Coke to do what?
I was gonna say in my 20s, I
They're
would
gonna pay
Coke.
me with Coke to sell Coke.
We're talking different. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Can't do the.
Are you selling Mr. Escobar's Coke or the Atlanta Coke?
Escobar's dead, bro.
Both.
So,
Yeah.
you going to be
No,
like
he's not.
like working
Yeah,
a
oh, wait,
route?
yeah, he
What are you going
is.
to do for them?
I'm gonna go to like convenience stores and stock product.
Okay.
But yeah, the pay's not bad,
Sounds
and the benefits for working for Coca-Cola are insane.
Get you
I
some-
was just going to say that. I got a buddy who works for a coking distributor here in my area, and he makes good money. I mean, he works his butt off, but he makes really good money.
It's physical
Well, this-
work, but yeah, you make money.
Well, so I'm not delivering the product. All I'm doing is essentially meeting the truck drivers at the store and stocking the shelves.
Oh, doing like the end cap shit. and stuff.
The merchandising.
Oh, okay, I see what you're
Essentially, the only thing I'll really be stocking is like 20-ounce bottles and like 6 packs of 20-ounce bottles.
You also do a lot of sailing then, or
I don't do anything with actual sales.
you don't? Okay.
No.
he makes the product go where it's supposed to go
Yeah.
on the
So
shelf.
the truck drivers drop it off, and what's even better, the truck drivers have to put up the 12 packs and the 2 liters. So I don't even touch those.
So you don't have to do the really physical work.
Yeah, I don't even have to do the really heavy lifting
Or drive
Now-
the big shitty trucks. Yeah.
or drive the big. I literally just go to the store in my own vehicle and stock the cooler and stock like the end caps and stuff with like 6 packs and 20 ounce.
I've got
20
a
ounces.
I've got someone that I used to work with here locally that after they left the place we worked at together, they went to do that exact job for a couple of years, and it's a good gig.
It's I mean the benefits are crazy good.
That's good, man.
Yeah, I know the buddy that I know that works for Coke. He loves it. He's worked there for years, probably 25 years. He loves it.
Yep.
So, Mace, are you working for Coke directly or for just the bottler?
Coca-Cola Consolidated. So, I mean, there's different divisions of Coke. Consolidated is the biggest one in the United States, and then there's United, and then I want to say there's 3 more in the United States.
Then all the different distributors work under those umbrellas. Then.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
Now, granted,
And the bottlers too.
with that, they still all have about the same benefits, but some of them pay a little more and less.
Well, it probably depends on where you're living, right? I mean.
Yeah.
So, Mace, do they have like one of those rules where like if you're driving, you can only buy Coke products, you can't buy like a Pepsi product to consume
That is a real
personally?
thing. That is a real thing. So,
Kid, we
Yes,
had
it is.
family friends, and that was definitely a thing back then, at least.
yeah, I talked to the HR lady and I asked her about it because my my wife's uncle also works for Coke and he had always told us about that, and I was like, really? And it goes the same for Dr. Pepper. So Dr. Pepper's its own entity, but in different parts of the country, it's merchandised and sold by Coke and merchandised and sold by Pepsi. So depending on what part of the country you're in, Dr. Pepper can be a Pepsi product or a Coke product.
Yeah, we're here. It's Coke where we're at. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Coke here also. So I told the lady, I was like, well, as long as so she said as long as I am not seen, like drinking the products or bringing
The
that
way your job's
product
gonna
into
fire you
work.
for doing drugs as long as they're not. It's not.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's in uniform too, right?
I was just
Like
gonna
if-
say, as long as you're
yeah.
uniform. Yeah.
Yeah, not in uniform. You know, not getting in a Coke uniform.
Don't
drinking
become a
Pepsi.
meme for us.
Yeah,
Is
exactly.
essentially what they're asking.
Yeah.
When I worked at
But-
FedEx, the big joke was we'd always get packages from UPS, and people would send
Oh, yeah.
us letters via UPS to the FedEx office. I was a manager there. People think it's funny. I'll get them. I'm going to send it UPS. We were
So
allowed to
dumb.
do
I
that.
was on a Delta flight once, and I ordered a Pepsi, and the flight attendant was like, "Excuse me, sir, this is Delta. It's based out of Atlanta. Do you really think there would be Pepsi on board?"
That's funny. My thing is, you fuckers in the South call everything Coke, and that pisses me off. I don't like that.
No, dude, that's not a
Well,
South thing. That's a North thing.
No, it's not. It's
No.
not a thing up
He's
here.
right, that was definitely a Southern
Very
thing.
South.
It's a Southern thing.
Not,
Yeah.
not to me. Maybe I'm just the weird Southerner. I call it by whatever name it is. It's like Coke. It's a Pepsi. It's a
I
Mountain
think
Dew.
it's
a
more
Dr.
like
Pepper.
Georgia.
I'd like a Coke, please. Oh, what kind? Didn't we establish that when I said Coke? I mean, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Well, see, when I say
Okay,
freaking-
so I'm looking at a map right now of the U.S., and I'm going to break this down for y'all. The Southwest and the North.
just y'all, he's Southerner.
Yeah, the Southwest and the Northeast of the country calls
There
it
you go.
soda. You go down to the South with what's interesting here, though, is there's some certain metropolitan areas in the South where this does not hold true, but the South
Uh-huh.
calls it Coke, and then up in the Midwest and
In
the
Middle North,
Northwest and like Colorado, whatnot,
Pop.
It's called Pop. Yep.
Pop.
Yeah.
That's soda pop.
Now,
Pop.
isn't there an actual
That's not-
brand
up
called
here,
Pop?
It's a 50-50
No.
up here. Some people say pop, some people say soda.
It used to be called soda pop because you got it from a soda fountain.
Yeah,
We
but-
just we can't be bothered to say all those words. We just call it pop.
The image
Yeah,
that I
like I
was the image I was using for that I just put in Twitch chat if anyone wants
Thank
to
you.
take a gander.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it's. I wouldn't even say one's more prevalent than the other. It's just it's 50-50 up here. Tons of people say both.
I had never heard all pop called Coke until I was in the South, and I was like, "What do you mean? What kind do I want? You offered me Coke. I'll take a Coke." Oh, we have Pepsi products. Like, what?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
it's fun though, like how even just within America, how certain words are used differently in different parts of the country. Like, all right, question for
Squinnies?
y'all: if someone was to come up to you and be like, "Hey, do you know where the closest bubbler is? Do you know what they were talking about?"
Nope.
A soda
It's
machine.
smoking device.
No, bubbler's a water fountain.
Bubbler? Never heard it called that.
Yes,
I have now that I-
in
I was just
in
gonna-
South Central Wisconsin, like around Madison and Milwaukee, Dom, if someone asks you where the bubbler is, they're talking about the water fountain, and it means they grew up in that area. I didn't know that
Talking
until
about
I was.
such a subset of
I don't like that.
right now.
I know. It's funny though to me.
In this
like,
one neighborhood, a bunch of people call their.
there's a
fountain-
couple million people down there. What you mean?
Here's one for Skyhawk might know.
Million.
What's a squinny? Anybody else know what a squinny is?
I don't
You
know
know
what a
what I'm
fucking
talking
squinny is. What the fuck?
You know, it's in Iowa. It's only used in Iowa and South Dakota for a ground squirrel.
Oh,
we call them squinnies here.
Oh, maybe that's your part of Iowa, not Mark.
No, it's most of Iowa and South Dakota. Squinnies.
I mean, we got
Dumb.
nothing on Cajun. They got crazy words for everything.
Well, they don't speak English.
Oh
so that's not
God!
fair.
That's true.
And
Selby, are
well,
you still here?
Yes.
Delana, I've
What a great
seen.
guy.
Have
What a
you,
great guy.
Delana? Are you still with us? I have a question for her, as the only Louisiana resident currently in this channel.
She's muted audio wise.
Damn you! I don't.
Oh my God, I hate them.
I wanted to ask her if she'd seen the latest Deadpool movie because I've seen the heated debate on.
No spoilers, please. No spoilers.
This isn't a.
Spoiler. It's a spoiler. Fucking
It is,
fan.
in
Here's,
fact.
here's not a spoiler for you, Mace. Awesome
But
movie. It's
at this
fucking
point,
great. Go see it.
Now,
At this
That's
point, if
so
you haven't
good.
seen it, that's kind of your own fault. 'Cause,
Well,
like,
it's been I saw it a week late, and that was nearly a week ago.
it's because I've been out of work
No,
and
it's
I didn't
great.
have any extra money to go.
Bro, I saw it the night it came out in my living room.
You can't talk about spoilers like it's someone's fault while something's still in theaters.
It's
I
Yes,
can.
I can.
It's not right.
Because
You
if
can.
you have
Redline.
the internet,
You're
you
wrong
can
is what
watch
I'm
the
saying.
movie.
Well,
Just
and
send me the link then, Redline, please.
What I'm
Yeah,
saying,
wrong to do.
what I'm saying too is like what I want to talk about is just someone who appears in the movie in a particular character, which
Is
is
it
it's a nice surprise. It's not a movie
Don't
ruining
spoil me,
detail,
bro.
but I'll
So
leave
literally,
it at that.
like the only thing I'm 100% for sure about the movie right now, because I've not read anything, is there's Wolverine, there's Deadpool in the movie. That's all I know.
Really?
all you need to know.
Oh,
That's all you need to
sad.
know.
Haven't
I'm
seen-
so sorry.
You haven't seen any memes? Any
I've not
Instagram?
seen
There's
any
so many
memes.
memes. What the
I've not
fuck?
seen any
I
memes.
don't-
do about.
Okay, so we're gonna watch Deadpool and Wolverine tonight for movie night.
Okay.
Chat,
I'm
you
in.
can
I'm
join
on.
the Discord whenever the
I wanna
show
see it.
ends. Whenever this, then don't watch it. Then go to bed.
We don't need
'Cause
you.
we're gonna do it We're gonna do it right here. We're gonna do it live.
We're gonna stream it on here.
We can stream it. I don't care.
on Discord.
I'll stream it on Twitch.
Well, that'll take 30 seconds before ban.
Bet. Ryan Reynolds ain't got. I love Ryan Reynolds. I would never do that. for him.
I would carry his
Said
babies.
I'm playing the new Deadpool game.
I wish there was a new Deadpool game. The
And in
old
the corner,
Deadpool
it's
game
got-
was amazing.
It's got Abyssal Bear
I've
with
never
like a
seen it.
controller in his hands.
Yeah. Did you guys play the old Deadpool game though?
I did not. I didn't know there
I
was
didn't
one.
Oh, it
know
was
there
so
was one.
good.
The video game.
Oh
I
my
do play
god,
it
you're not
online
even
sometimes.
fans? You're not even fans?
I'm a movie
How old
fan.
is it?
It's very old. It came out
Well, then,
oh god,
I
when
don't
did it come
like
out?
superhero shit.
It was not like
Is it Hero Click? Is that what you
So
said?
that's legit, Redline?
yeah.
Okay.
Why don't you share with all of us?
We're gonna watch it later, dude. Deadpool came out for Xbox 360. I'll tell you that much.
Okay, I didn't have one of
It
those.
was a good game.
Oh, it was amazing. It was so good. It was like like any game where you run around and you're fighting criminals and
Hack and slashing.
Honestly,
Yeah, hack
Deadpool
and
games
slash
should be
Deadpool
like
game.
Grand Theft Auto. You should go like, punch and kill anybody you want.
well, it's very
Everyone should blow
linear.
up.
It's very linear, so it's not like that. But
Yep.
it was such a good game. And yes, that's legit. Why
if
would I
you're-
give you a link that wasn't legit?
If you're definitely
What do you
gonna,
mean?
if you'll, well, you can either send me the link and I can host it, or you can just host it on the Discord. But I would stay up to watch that with you.
I'd
That-
watch
that
it.
was
Yeah, no, we're
that was a
going
great
to.
fuck. Okay, good. That was a great fucking movie.
Unlike Dune 2,
And
Deadpool kicked ass.
we're gonna be able to talk through
excuse
it.
me.
Whoa.
Whoa, you fucking heathen! I'll
Oh, you're
mute
right.
You.
Dune 1 and 2 sucked. They both are fucking shit
What
balls.
the
I
fuck?
appreciate you
What the
clarifying that.
fuck,
Thank you.
Dom? I am offended.
Fucking ridiculous.
You are a
They were great.
They were
Caught up in
labeled
your feelings.
cool space
you're a
movies,
part
yeah,
of
but
the
they're not
shadow
Dune.
government.
Not
Which
Dune.
all right? So I
Terrible. Not gonna talk about it. Terrible.
The shadow.
why?
We've talked about it already. You heard my
Shadow
opinion.
government.
They're terrible, and I don't like.
Oh, I was probably drunk.
Who's terrible?
Dune 2 was terrible.
Why?
I've
You're
not seen
terrible.
that.
It's
I've
just,
not
I'm not
seen
gonna
that
tell
either.
you.
It varied too much.
You don't
from
want to
source
talk about it. We
material.
have to talk about it. We've
Talked
talked
about
about
it
it
before.
before. We have to talk about it. I want to thank everyone for.
I just know
good
Dom's
time.
You're
favorite.
welcome.
Dom's favorite part about Dune 2 though was the changes they made to Chani.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But you know what? You almost triggered me. That was
Damn,
probably the
that
most that pissed
is-
me off the most. was that.
I tried so
infuriated
hard.
me.
Seriously?
Oh, that infuriated me.
Why?
That and the
Why?
fact the
Why
fact
is that infuriating?
because that's not what in the book.
They-
I'm
Why do
a
you
book.
even
I'm a
care?
realist. I
They-
do.
Why do
I
you
love
even
the
care?
books. I love the books.
But why do you
I've read 'em
care
all.
though? Like,
Why
does it
would I
make-
care? Why wouldn't I
Yeah,
care?
why would you care?
Why wouldn't
That's what I'm saying.
I got nothing better to do than care. I care. I care
Okay,
a lot.
true. If you don't have anything better to do, but like, so yeah,
They
okay,
they
so
changed
if you-
Chani fundamentally, like in a
Completely.
very fundamental
If
way.
you've read a book, right, and
Yes.
you've seen a movie that was adapted to the book, then there's a really good chance
I'd be
that
pissed. Yeah.
the movie sucked, right? But here's the thing: is it doesn't matter, right? It just
Doesn't matter. Don't add shit.
Doesn't.
You can cut things. I get that. You have to because it's a long ass novel. I get that part. Don't add things and or change fundamental parts of it. That doesn't make any sense. Cut.
some-
I get it.
Some
Don't change
stuff,
fundamental parts of the story. That doesn't make any sense.
some stuff made
I-
sense to me though, like changing Kynes over to being female and the way they did
That
that.
part didn't bother me. I
Yeah,
didn't
like
care.
like that actually felt normal to me. Dr.
How
Kynes.
Jessica and Paul crashed in the desert. What the fuck? That part was stupid. Why change it? Why add shit? Not. That
I
made me mad.
mean, things gotta
I can see where
happen, right?
Dom's coming from because I fundamentally hate the Rings of Power show. Cannot
Because they
stand
add
it.
shit, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, everything's wrong. Everything about that show is wrong.
Except some of the
like,
names.
did you see
some of the
this?
names? That's it. Yeah.
Did you see
90%
the
of that
season
entire
2
show
trailer?
is not Tolkien's work at all.
Correct. I agree.
Which things are wrong? Tell them.
The whole
The
thing.
return, it's not of the king, it's of the
the
Jedi.
only
Let me ask
thing
you all.
that is
I was
right
trying to
is-
force Drayden to talk and drive.
Drayden?
Guys, I have it's hands-free Bluetooth, and the
I know you're
push-to-talk
so
button
passionate about
is
this.
on my steering wheel.
I'm
You're
not saying
fine,
it's a
you're doing
safety. I'm
great.
just
Drayden,
trying to engage you.
where are you driving from?
We bought a new work van in Linwood, which is just north of Seattle, and I had to drive back to Idaho with it.
I know an Eve player
How
that
far
lives
is
So
in
we'll
Linwood.
discuss Led Zeppelin when you get home, Drayden.
That's right.
How far
I'm pretty
Led
close. I'm
Zeppelin.
like
Good, because
Well,
I've been angry at you for 2 weeks.
10. I'm like 10 minutes from the shop, probably.
Yeah, but how far total of a drive was it?
It was
Not
like
10 minutes,
340, 350 miles.
It's like 8 hours.
Driving.
right?
And he did it both.
8
It
hours.
was like a 5 hour. It was like a 5 hour. Well, it's 6
5
because
hours.
the
5 hours.
Did someone?
405 was all clogged up with fucking wrecks and lane closures and shit. So
Did you drive there in like a rental, or did someone drop you off?
no, I flew out. I left at 6 a.m. this morning. Flew a one-way flight out to Seattle, and then took the train up to Northgate. Then Ubered up to Linwood and picked up the van.
So
Hey,
you've
Vlad.
basically touched nearly all modes of transportation today.
Nice.
Vlad.
Touch
Drayden
your mode of
American.
transportation.
Vlad.
What?
So, you know where Chattanooga is, right?
Yes.
I
Where the
drove
trains come from?
Yeah.
Chugga Chugga
I actually
drove-
went to a Ghost concert
Exactly
at the
what I was
Chattanooga Choo Choo once.
Nice. I went from Chattanooga to Savannah, Georgia, which is a 6-hour drive. I did it in 4.5 hours.
Oh yeah.
How far,
You were
over
breaking the
speed
law.
limit were
You were
going?
breaking the law.
Breaking the law. Breaking
Law
the
breaker.
law.
I was straight up doing 100 through Atlanta.
100? Damn.
That sounds like normal in Atlanta.
Well,
I mean,
that's
You want to
only
get out
normal.
there as fast as possible. I get
you
it.
Want, you do want to get out there as fast as
The
possible.
last time I passed through Atlanta, I timed it perfectly. I slipped through downtown on the interstate at 3 in the morning, and it
That's the only
was
time.
it was fucking smooth as butter. It was perfect.
That's the best time to go through any major
I
city.
know.
That's
It
what
was,
they do
it
at
was
the airport.
great.
That's it.
In the middle
Atlanta's
of
the
fucking-
worst city I've drove in. I've drove in Dallas. I've
No.
drove in St. Louis. I've drove in Houston.
You
Dom.
ever driven in Chicago?
Dom, I've only been in the
No, not
Atlanta
Chicago.
airport once, and it was
Chicago.
I had a flight on Allegiant. I was coming from Denver back to the Quad Cities, and I had a Denver, and
The hell were you doing in Denmark?
Why did you go
And-
to Atlanta from Denver
not
to
even
get back to
supposed
Quad
to
City?
drive.
exactly at a
Train.
3 hour fucking layover in Atlanta too.
But if you was cheap,
It was well yeah, my mom bought the fucking ticket for me through Allegiant, so yeah. But that's my only experience like spending any amount of time in Atlanta was 3 hours in the airport, and it was so fucking boring.
Dude, I'm telling I was.
I used to
that
think
was the
Chicago was the
most-
worst place to drive until I drove in LA.
They have smoking rooms in the
Ugh.
Atlanta airport, though.
Ew.
Do they still?
Do they still?
As far as I know, yeah.
I was about to say I've not seen them.
If you're in the Chicago airport, the
knowledge-
international terminal, don't pet the dogs. They get mad.
Why not?
So
I don't know. I don't pet the dog. And this guy came out of nowhere, started screaming at me, "Don't pet the dog!"
Atlanta's
Well, they're
airport
fucking
is the biggest-
beagles. They're too cute. Hey.
What's
The
the,
Yeah,
big-
point?
why'd you bring a
Well,
dog to a public place?
Oh,
though?
no,
What
they
has
were
dog
they were
there?
the
Don't say
customs
they were
dogs.
service dogs.
They were
Yeah,
customs
I-
dogs. No, customs dogs.
Oh,
That's the- you
okay,
don't
so
want
they-
you putting the
So they were.
They're
they were service
cute, right?
dogs.
Fuck off, right? They're
But
cute.
they're service
Yeah, but they don't want you
dogs.
putting that
can't
stuff
touch
that
the
messes with their
service
sense of smell so that they can't smell the drugs.
Yeah, what if you put stuff on
That's
their
the
nose?
theory,
White
but
criminal?
you brought a dog into a public place, so you're the asshole, not
Yeah, but you
me.
gotta no.
I'm sorry.
there's
Did,
a
did
societal-
okay?
Is there-
Did
There's
Is there a law that
societal
says don't touch the
acceptance.
dog that I
Yeah,
would have
they-
known?
they're-
about
they're-
this?
they're considered an agent.
Common sense.
Yeah, they're a customs agent.
Time out. Hold up.
Uh-uh.
There is
What?
a consideration for. Hey, whoa! Who's
Don't do that.
What happened?
there's a consideration for service animals, right? It's a societal construct that you respect the service animal and you don't fuck with
I
it.
did respect them.
These weren't
I gave my
service
little
animals
chin
like you're
scratch.
talking about. These were drug sniffing dogs in the international terminal.
Those are still animals that are in
That's what a
service.
service
are
Well, I
they
use
not?
a beagle.
Okay,
They're the cutest
no,
dog
red
ever.
line,
I wanted to pet
red
them.
line.
sorry that
It
they
doesn't
used the
even for,
beagle.
for me. It doesn't even get there. Am I the only person whose parents raised them to not go up and just start touching other people's animals or animals you don't know?
Yeah.
What if
Yes.
you're really drunk when you get
cats,
there and
and-
you don't know any better? Fuck off.
And
Don't go to
if
the
you have a
airport
cat, you learned that
drunk.
shit.
Oh, I got off the airplane
Drunk
drunk.
in the airport.
You got off the airplane
say-
drunk. How
Oh
much did
yeah.
that cost?
The right way you get on the airplane or go to the airport is right before you walk through the door. Eat a handful of edibles. You'll have a great time.
Until you get to American airspace,
Here's the
coming
right
from
way
Europe,
to
booze was free.
Here's the
I
right
was
way to
hammered
interact
like a
with
Chicago.
dogs. You don't give them jobs, which I realize some of them they have strength sets, some of them there's a lot of false positives.
Bro, dogs can have jobs.
No,
Dogs are
I don't give
people
a
too.
fuck.
We've
Dogs
got-
can also get a chin scratch because they're fucking dogs. So
No.
screw you and your
No.
Dogs
Who-
have fucking
who
been
ruined it?
freeloading long enough.
I'm just
they
saying-
need to fucking earn their goddamn keep.
I'm just saying, if my dog could pay rent, that would be awesome.
Who
You're
ruined
telling
the
me
Discord sound?
dogs are freeloaders? Cats aren't? Cats are way worse. They're
Cats are
freeloaders
also
and
freeloaders.
don't like you.
The cat's food is more expensive than the
Who,
dog's.
Cats
who,
are-
and I
which
hate
one of
cats are
y'all ruined the
socialists.
Discord sound?
Cats are
Cats
rather
are
long.
so
That's your
socialist.
story.
Cats are not socialists. Cats are whatever everything is mine is. Like, that's a cat. Everything
There was
that you
no
own
longer
is
Dave. I couldn't find Dave.
You will pay for everything, and I may let you touch me sometimes.
exactly. And if you pet me wrong, I will scratch
Oh,
you so
shit.
bad
Never
you'll
mind.
wish you were dead.
I'm gonna come up to you and make it look like I want you to touch me, but don't.
Just absolutely do not.
Don't. Yeah.
I will not make that sound.
Fucking cats. Fucking cats.
Y'all
They're
gotta
bullshit.
There's a problem here.
I
I
love
think
cats.
it's.
I
think
like
it's
cats
that
too,
we
but they're
don't-
all bullshit. They're evil.
They're not bullshit. Cats are super cute. You gotta let the cats
Facts.
do the cat thing.
Facts.
Like, and you go into having a
no,
cat.
when I want to pet
understanding-
my pet, I
like,
get to
like,
decide
you
that, not the
understand,
pet.
You understand
to
though.
pet
You
your
get
pet.
it. You get it when you have a cat. You understand that, like, it's you have a cat on the cat's turn.
And the peanut butter trick doesn't work with cats.
Cats don't like peanut butter. It's simple.
Tuna
it's
fish.
easy. Tuna fish these nuts, bro.
Straight,
Tuna fish your asshole to get to lick it for you.
straight up put catnip in
Gross.
peanut butter.
I don't think you'd want that. They got like scratching.
Yeah, that would be weird. You're right. Draden's
Yeah.
correct. Draden's 100% correct.
massage shit. That,
You know,
they
that
do,
only
and you're
works
like,
with dogs. Yeah, that only works with dogs.
Some guy like into cock and ball torture. He's like, yeah, I got a cat.
I don't like that dogs and cock and ball torture are in the same conversation. Just saying.
Oh, it was cats.
me either.
Like,
Holy shit.
I don't like it. I don't
Oh.
like it.
No, my
That's all
stomach
there is
feels.
to it.
My stomach hurts now. That was funny.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. that was funny. That made me.
Are you
That
sure?
tickled.
But it's
That
your-
tickled my fucking funny bone. I liked it.
Your funny bone's been
What
tickled.
else would tickle?
Yeah, I'm gonna put some fucking catnip peanut butter on there and let it go to town, baby. Come on.
That's
Gross.
god damn.
Yeah.
No,
But it's because it's your cat, right? It's your
Dude.
Speaking of cats, okay.
Dude,
has anybody
leave-
watched the Exploding
the
Cats
cats alone.
cartoon off of Netflix?
Don't
It's pretty
come.
fucking funny.
Do not come.
Not
You
on them.
already
You do
can.
that. Yeah, that's gross, Redline. Why do you go there? We were all having a very, very
Read it.
good debate,
a good,
and you had to
wholesome
cross the
family
line.
Do not
I
come.
can't even leave my kids in the room.
Someone left the shop light on. God damn it!
Running up that electric bill.
I'm dying.
Immediate termination. Someone terminated.
10 cents in the fucking utility.
Fucking
That's
tip-
4
Yep,
4 milliliters of water you
that-
wasted right
that
there.
is
That's
such-
part of your bonus.
That is so
Honestly-
typical of upper management. You just build
No
the company, fucking all your
I'm-
travel
I'm middle-
expenses for the day. But no, you VP, you're upper management, my
we
friend.
need to
based
eat.
on
We
your
need to eat the
title.
rich here.
You
He's a-
spend all
yeah.
day traveling on the company
Yeah,
dime,
bro, his
and then
sport,
someone
Jesus.
left the light on.
Fucking VPs. That's all they think about is bottom dollar. They don't care about
So
people.
This is Motel
Yep.
6. We'll leave the light on for you.
They literally did it because they knew you were coming in late, but you're gonna bitch them out.
He's
on
so
Monday.
mad he muted himself.
That's what's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
How are you?
Oh,
Why,
that's
thank
funny.
you.
You're welcome.
In their staff meeting
that
of
was
4
Drake when he
people,
walked
he's
into
gonna
the
say,
warehouse. He was like, "Oh my god!"
he's
I am
say,
gonna
"Which
point
one of
out
you
that-
chuckle fucks left the light on Friday."
Put a
I
note on
just
it.
imagine Drayden doing his early Irving impression.
He
like,
should take all the light bulbs out now, so they can't turn the lights on when they come
Yeah.
in tomorrow morning.
Now nobody gets lights.
No, nobody gets lights. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No lights for you.
I can just imagine Drayden yelling like, "Who the fuck left
So
the
you
lights
lost
This
on?"
is why we can't have nice
Privileges.
things. Oh my god, that's funny, dude. No, no one gets lights.
No lights for
Just
nobody.
working on water in the dark.
Yeah,
Dom, are you?
Well, I'm gonna
I'm still dying
get this
laughing over
thing
here.
all
Oh my
put
God.
away and everything stuff, so then I'm gonna head home. But I'm gonna hop off. I will catch you guys all next week.
No, you gotta come
Sister
back on so I
Ash.
can yell at you.
Drayden, we're
This
gonna
is real
watch
Drayden.
Deadpool.
Dom, are you a
in
UFO
theaters.
fan?
He wants to see it in theaters because
You like UFOs?
that kind of
For
guy.
the band.
That's
UFO.
fair. Now,
He's that
well,
kind
okay.
of girl.
Are you
I do,
are you
there's
going
one-
to are
they
you
have one
going to
great
see it
song.
in 3D? I saw it in 3D
So
and it
many
was
voices.
baller.
I want to see it in 4D.
I'm actually not a fan of the 3D movies.
I don't,
I
it wasn't
want
necessary. I
more
saw it in 3D, and I
voices.
don't think it was necessary.
I'm sad now.
Yeah, I saw it in
I
2D.
want more voices. More
I
voices.
need
Give
all
me
the
want
voices
more?
all the time.
Redline, I'll give you
more
more. I'll
voices.
give you
Give us
all
more
the more
voices.
you want. Don't
All the
worry.
voices
I'll
at
give
once.
everything you want.
All
Don't
the
you
voices at
worry.
the same time.
I hope you can handle it.
All right, well, I'll catch you guys later.
Be safe,
Drayden,
Drayden.
I love you, Drayden.
Be safe,
Have a good
Drayden.
night.
Later,
Drayden.
So
That
besides
being said,
Dr.
I'm gonna
Doctor, what's
escape
the
while
big song?
Drayden is. 'cause you
No!
guys are
Don't escape,
chaos.
dude. We're
I
not
am,
chaos.
'cause
You're the one
my
keeping
brain-
on
You're
track.
chaotic good.
My brain
Yeah,
is
you keep
frying
us in
when we
check.
all talk.
I
Okay,
seriously,
well,
I need
then
to go as well.
Turn no.
Jesus.
Turn your brain into mush.
I've been
Drink
trying
more.
with drugs and alcohol.
Turn
Drink
your
more.
brain
Line,
into mush.
thank you for the link. I will watch it at some point.
We're gonna watch it tonight.
Tonight.
I can't.
Fuck. What do you
What,
mean?
what, do you have
I
a
have
job?
I have to be up in 6.5
Oh, you
hours.
do.
Oh,
Yeah, you
what?
have a job now.
For
I got
work?
shit to do tomorrow, and I do have a job now. But no, it's not
Oh.
started yet.
Well
I'm
then,
going to State Fair tomorrow, but it's.
See-
I'm gonna watch.
this is
All right.
crazy.
Bye, bud. Thanks for
Good
stopping
night. See ya.
by. Good night.
You know, next time you're in the area, check out your local Olive Garden.
I thought he was
Fuck
going to
yeah.
start singing "Call Me Maybe"
No.
when he said something about this being crazy.
No, I was gonna, but I decided not to because I
What's
thought it'd be
that?
weird.
Why would that be weird?
Why wouldn't it be weird, Goofy?
That's a song that was very famous and known.
But
Hmm?
me
I love that
singing
song.
it would be weird.
Is there something
No,
weird about you
I'm
singing?
sorry, Redline. I can totally picture you karaoke singing it.
Yeah, like I'd have no trouble like
What
visualizing
song?
you do this.
I've been assaulted, and my personal space has been invaded by a partial voidling.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
because he chose to, not because you wanted it.
Exactly. Keep that in mind.
So what? I'm sorry. What were we talking about? God damn it, my brain sucks.
I don't know. We were talking about something. Is there anything else to talk about
No,
with these on
Yakov, what were
mine?
you just talking about right just seconds ago?
He's about
Oh,
to
I was-
leave.
I was gonna dip because I couldn't.
No,
think.
after that.
No, you're not.
Oh,
you're
him
gonna
saying "Call Me Maybe."
Yo, call me maybe. All right, so you like that song? Or you don't care if you like it or not. Look up a guy named Steve Cardinal. Call me maybe. It's fucking hilarious. He's like lip syncing it on what was that? It was a website. You could go on there and like you get random people. You have video chat with them. What was that called?
Omegle.
No, it's your.
Yeah,
No, yes, I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. He's on there
Omegle.
singing that song to random people, and it's like it's fucking Steve Cardinal. It's hilarious. Very
Sounds like
funny,
some
dude.
boomer shit.
It's fucking funny. Yeah, it is probably boomer shit.
That's the thing.
No, because it can't be. Because she
What's
came out
wrong
after
with
that.
boomer shit, bro?
I don't like boomer shit. Don't
I didn't
fucking
say there was
say
anything
Well-
wrong with it. I said it sounds like it.
Oh, okay, cool.
There was no
Akarat-
connotation to what I said.
Are
So
you
basically, they visited Zarzak and they didn't like it, or they.
So who all actually wants to stick around and watch the movie?
No, no
Me.
spoilers, bro.
It's me.
I've
I'm
already
doing
seen it.
For the people who, yeah,
I-
that's who we're including.
yeah.
The people who've seen it, basically.
Look, you'll
Yeah.
spoil it if you show it to me. So
No, you'll watch
Not
it.
what I'm
Yeah,
about.
you're right. It will be spoiled,
Oh yeah, wow.
but you'll have seen it. Also, so
Yeah.
it's kind of a double-edged. It's kind of a catch-22 thing.
that's a tough one.
It's a tough one. It's hard to do. It's hard to figure out sometimes, right? I get it.
That's a tightrope.
I think if we're gonna watch it, since it's a couple-hour movie, we should start to transition to that and start wrapping up. Soon.
Oh,
Maybe we can.
Damn,
Taboo subject,
bro.
Before we do that, I got to ask, and Akarat, you stay there for this question too. You probably haven't seen it. You ever even watched the movie Rebel Moon from Netflix?
Nope.
I've not.
No.
I heard it was a Zack Snyder thing,
No, there's a new one out with Zack
and
Snyder.
I don't know
And it's
anything about
100
it.
times
But
better.
I know I remember the memes of like a Zack Snyder cut of things, but I didn't see what the original thing was or his version of things.
Dude,
So that's
that-
all I know
he
about it.
wrote that. Whoever wrote it originally tried to build it to Disney as a Star Wars story, and Disney said no because there's nudity and rape and death and it's just terrible, right? So they said no, and then Netflix said, okay, yeah, but we're gonna make it kind of like
Two of my favorite things.
yeah, exactly. We're gonna kind of make it look like Warhammer. Right? It's
Just
fucking,
sci-fi, not expressly
It's-
Star
yeah,
Wars. Like,
exactly,
let's be
yeah,
careful here.
but the Zack Snyder cut of it
Fucking mouse doesn't
adds all the
whisper.
nudity, graphic violence, and all that crap into it. It's fucking.
Are they lightsabering each other, or like what should I expect?
There
of
is
this?
some lightsabering in it, kinda.
Or is it like
Lightsaber.
real swords of dismemberment?
Well, it's swords with the glow. I mean, it's kind of like a lightsaber, right? I mean,
Oh,
Definitely not a
okay.
lightsaber though. For him.
no, not a lightsaber. It's a sword that glows. It's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't call it
Couldn't at
lightsaber.
least-
It's
I
called
need
an
at least
illumination
half an hour,
illumination staff.
There's been glowy
An illumination
swords
stick.
in MMOs for years. It has nothing to do with lightsabers.
We don't call them lightsabers.
Yeah, those are
The
glowy.
sun sword from Thundar the Barbarian. Right there you go.
The barbarian.
Nah, you guys are too
Never
old.
met.
Yeah, I'm too old. You guys.
There's only one barbarian, and it's Conan.
Thundar.
And the only
Another-
version is Arnold, not the Jason Momoa one.
A game with a lot of nudity, just like that movie I just heard about.
Which one? Oh, Conan. Yeah.
Remember
I
there was a
actually- I
Conan
kinda
game
like that
10 or
game.
so
It was
years
kinda
ago
fun.
that had just like you could just do complete nudity and people were.
There just wasn't a lot of content to it. You know, you have to drive it yourself. When nobody's playing it, it's hard to have.
Those are tough. Yeah.
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 It had a lot of
MMOs
cool
are tough.
aspects to it and a lot of dumb aspects. It's the same as all games, I guess.
These things happen.
These things happen. So let's we haven't done this in a long time. If we're gonna wrap things up, I know LB's gonna be pissed because he wants to keep going for
need
hours.
At
should do
least
like,
I get that vibe.
15 minutes.
We have
I'm
10
telling you,
minutes
I need 15 minutes at least.
to do what?
To prepare.
Okay, well, you'll
Wait,
get
so
it.
Dom, sorry, what were you saying?
I don't know.
That's
We haven't
enough
done it in a
time
while,
for-
and what
Oh,
did we
is it like we could do like final shot, final thoughts?
That's enough time
good.
for me to
Yeah.
slip away and have a bowl, so I'm down with that.
Not yet. We
Yeah.
do final shots.
Well,
Final
no,
thoughts.
yeah.
We should even have a
God,
fucking
we got
graphic
more-
for it.
We got more show to do.
I'm on board for the rest of the night, man.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm here. I'm here.
I got beer to drink.
Let's
shit to
ask the
smoke,
chat.
and
While we wait, let's
man.
ask the chat for questions.
What kind of
Chat.
questions?
It's dangerous.
Well,
What kind of
Akrok, give
questions
us
do
your
you have
last
for
your
us?
last parting thoughts, and then you can go. Because I know you want to leave. You hate us. I get it.
I'm
terrible
winding
people.
down. I'm a little tired. I tried to take a nap in my car. This was the 4th time I've tried to do that at work. I don't fall asleep in my car very well unless I'm like super exhausted, I guess. I don't know.
Like just before you came home, you mean?
No, like for my lunch break. Like we had
Um,
breakfast at work, and so
Skyhawk.
like I can
Yeah.
usually skip
Hey, Mel.
lunch if I eat breakfast.
While we're waiting for questions from the
That's
chat,
cool. I wasn't talking.
Mhm.
Well, at least you have to deal with Lynch music issues today.
Redline, you cut out there.
Sorry,
Were you
I
asking
cut
me a
off.
question?
I'm so sorry.
What?
That's okay. I wasn't saying anything. That's fucking funny.
Rob kills me. I can't believe you want to leave me, dude.
Yeah, why don't you stay here and hang out with us? You
Who-
can open another one more drink. You'll be fine.
I'm
What's
so
the worst
lost
that
right.
happen?
I'm confused, Redline.
What's the worst that
What?
could happen?
What? Why are you dying all of a sudden?
That's
Where's
funny.
Akrov?
That's
I was
okay. I
just-
wasn't talking.
I was just completely talking through Akrov. Like, and he just kept soldiering on.
You're begging him to stay, and then you won't let him talk.
I know, it's true. I'm such a dick.
It happens. What do you do?
How are you guys doing today?
Hey, welcome to the show.
Hey,
Doing
I'm
fucking
just
great.
still trying. Yeah. What? All right. You were trying to ask me something.
Wait, I was trying to. Okay.
Oh, wait. Sorry.
No, Akrov was telling us the story.
Tell you, speak your truth.
I can't even. I don't remember the.
Oh, you threw him out. You
Said
threw him
about
off the
taking
room.
a
Yeah.
nap at work, but I can't remember what started it.
Oh, yeah,
It's-
You're tired. You said. You tried to
can't
take a nap
s-
today.
You can't sleep in
Oh,
your car.
I'm just. I usually run on a lack of sleep in general. I'm about a 4 to 5 hour a night guy, which is not sustainable.
So do you have like days where you just crash for 12 hours?
That's
do you-
usually my weekends, which is a bit of a shame because then I don't get much done on the weekend, which is when 8 to 5 kind of people have to get all their shit done, which
So-
also means that
I can do like 4 hours
Well-
a night for a long time, but I do exactly what you said. Eventually, I have a day where I just fucking crash.
So I
Yeah.
used to be like that, and I've successfully gotten my average up to like 6.5 hours, and it's made me so much fucking happier and healthier. And
Oh, I
actually,
believe it.
the way that I got there though was actually just utilizing features on my smartphone where I set up like some of the focus hours. So like after a certain time of night, it just stops feeding me notifications, and that made it a lot easier to step away from my phone. And there are certain things like messages from my mom and like certain other people like I set up to still come through. But also if my mom's trying to get a hold of me at 2 a.m, I probably also really want to fucking know why.
the Windows has like a built-in blue light filter timer thing now, which
Yep.
I do utilize on my laptop. I haven't set it up on this computer, but I don't stay up on this computer because I'm standing.
Or you can just put it on warm settings. That works best as well.
But it is helpful, but I also find that if I'm actively engaged in comms or actively engaged in a game, I will turn it back off and stay up, which it's almost like a snooze, right? Like it's a mixed blessing.
But no, I have my technology set up to where like I've got a sleep schedule set in my iPhone, and then 45 minutes before my like scheduled bedtime, and I will like even like tonight I adjusted it to be later than what it normally is because I knew I'd be up later because it's Friday night and I was hosting. It will give me a reminder 45 minutes like, hey, your wind down time is starting. And just, I don't know. I found, like, those little reminders, but then also the forced, like, it cuts off my notifications after a certain time was a big help for me.
My cats will sometimes do that when it's getting, like, bedtime. They'll come in and start meowing. It's like, hey, bedtime.
Yes, mine will do that if I push it really hard. They're like, what the fuck are you doing out here?
But,
that's assuming
Dom,
that your dogs or your cats sleep with you, right? Or no?
yes.
Mine spend the night coming and going.
Go ahead, Vad. What?
Yeah.
So, you know that UFO song, Lights Out in London?
Yes.
Dre needs the version, Lights Out in Washington.
That's funny. I think obviously Dr. Doctor is probably my favorite song by them. But, yeah. What do you do?
In Millen, the only place that I would ever crash a Star Destroyer is into
The Death Star.
Into the Death Star, exactly.
Hell yeah.
That's if an A-wing can penetrate the... that's if you cannot intensify the forward firepower enough.
Fair, yeah.
Depends on what you're dealing with, but I wouldn't be letting you loose in I wouldn't be letting you loose in the one that has the actual mini death laser on it.
Another example, actually, the Super Star Destroyer Lusankya. This happened in the Expanded Universe books in the New Jedi Order
Not the
series.
movie?
No, the New Jedi Order book series, which is the one where the species from outside the galaxy, the Yuzan Vong, invade. There was one central corridor that ran down the middle of the Super Star Destroyers the whole length, and they reinforced the everlasting fuck out of it to make it like a spine, and then they rammed it into one of their like the enemy's big super capital.
Did they yell out "ramming speed, ho"?
But yeah,
They should have.
That fucked it up.
Lusanka is also the most famous Super Star Destroyer because it's the one that actually earned its way out of the ground in Coruscant, then went through the shield, and then escaped, jumped to hyperspace, and escaped.
Yep, it was being used by, was it Armand? I forget the full name. It was basically like the head of the Imperial, like,
I have a question.
Secret Services.
I've never heard of it, so it can't be that famous.
It's a question for Star Wars fans. I'm assuming we're all Star Wars fans.
On some
yes.
How does it feel knowing that Star Trek is better?
I'm okay with it because I love Star Trek.
Right?
Yeah,
Star Trek is good, but I'm pretty sure Star Wars has made a lot more money.
I don't know shit about Star Trek, so I couldn't like qualify that question.
One is more intellectual. The other one is, your kind of your old Western lived in universe, with quite a few more stories that can be told. And actually, even within Expanded Universe, there were thousands of stories that just kind of dead ended and just kind of left off.
So here's I want to put some hard numbers on this real quick, or at least for a comparison.
I love it when you put hard numbers on it.
Really hard.
I love it when I put hard anything out there. The profit made by Star Wars films exceeds the profits of the Star Trek film series by 6 times, while the entire Star Wars franchise surpasses Star Trek by 4 times.
Wow.
What was that? I didn't catch it. Say it again.
So if you compare just the films, Star Wars has made 6 times as much money. The entire Star Wars franchise versus Star Trek, though, has made 4 times as much money.
I think
But does that make it better?
Didn't you just say the Star Wars, both of them made more?
Star Wars has made more than Star Trek, hands down.
In every respect, yes.
And yeah,
But does that make it
But
better?
I think it's by a multitude more than 4 and 6 times. But that's just me.
Well, if you really want to
It's
get
one of the most
Yeah, because
valuable franchises in the world.
are they counting
Star Trek
merchandising
is
in that?
never merchandised in
Yeah, exactly.
nearly the same way, and
when
that's
you're-
where a bulk
yeah.
of the income of those franchises.
Yeah,
when
are.
you're
exactly.
when you're talking the franchise overall,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah, all of the merchandising is coming in, which is why I think it's important that there's also the comparison directly between the films, because collectively there's been about the same number of films put out.
I think there's been more Star Trek because there's
No,
11 Star Wars. Let's see how many Star Trek.
I bet
6
that
original
they're not
series.
accounting for inflation, honestly, because most of the Star Trek movies
And there
came
was
out
merchandise of Star Trek.
well before the Star Trek, or I'm
I
sorry,
had
the
me a
Star
Spock
Trek
doll when I
movies
was
came
growing
out way before Star Wars.
Redline.
So what are you up to?
What?
Abby?
Who's the one who put the money forward for Star Trek to go?
13
I don't know.
13 Star Trek
Lucille
films.
Ball.
13.
Why would I
Star-
know anything about
Stalin.
that?
I think it was Stalin, and it might have been. No, I think
Joseph?
It was Lucy Ball that paid for, that
I did know
put
that.
the money for Star
It's
Trek.
V.I. Lenin.
To
I am the walrus.
since we were comparing here
Look
too,
at you.
Star Trek has put out 13 films. Star Wars has put out 12.
Okay, but like, who asked?
You did.
I didn't ask.
That was
maybe
part
I
of the
did.
discussion.
I might.
I said,
How
how
are they
does
going
it
to get
feel
12?
knowing that
Because
Star
it's the
Trek
9
is
of the.
better?
I will list them: Star Wars, Empire
Oh, no,
Strikes
no.
Back,
9
Return
plus
to the,
Rogue
Return-
One, Solo.
Is it a
and,
contest though?
It is. Yeah, we're comparing them. That makes
It's
it
a
contest.
fucking comparison.
Let's go ahead list them.
No, I know.
Go on.
I'm asking, should it be a contest? I guess, like philosophically, like, is there a reason to make a contest between Star Trek and Star Wars?
It's a valid topic of conversation amongst nerds.
I'm not trying to invalidate. I guess I'm trying to understand, like, why.
What else
why
are we
do
going to
you-
fight at
well, right.
Comic Con?
All right,
What else are we gonna fight
Okay.
about?
and it's
I'm gonna
so
I'm gonna
it's
throw a thing.
It's Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, the Clone Wars animated film, Force Awakens, Rogue One, Last Jedi, Solo, and Rise of Skywalker.
Okay.
You're missing one. The Christmas special movie.
Don't bring up.
No,
the
We
Christmas
don't.
Special.
We don't talk.
It happened.
No.
I watched that motherfucker. It happened.
Don't
Do you
bring
have a
up-
recording
do
of
that
it?
around here.
I don't know if I can find it. That'd be fun to watch that fucker again. It was awful. The main character was C-3PO. You know it's bad when he's the main character.
No, come on. We don't.
It
we don't talk
exists.
about-
You know
we don't
what
talk
made
about
me
Bruno.
sad?
If you're gonna have
In
I imagine any number of things could make you
I think
sad.
there was 2 of them too. Wasn't there a fucking other Ewok movie, like a made-for-TV Ewok movie? Yes,
Hey,
there was.
don't.
Yeah.
Don't
There
shit
was.
on the Ewoks, dog.
They were awful.
You're right. Don't
Ah,
shit
you're
on the
awful.
You don't
Yeah,
shit.
the
You
little
don't
female
shit on
ones
the
were
Their
sad.
tree
Ewoks.
houses are cool as
You
fuck.
just piss
You're
on
an
them.
you're an Ewok hater, bro. There's no way you're an Ewok hater. Not
It's
today.
also where we
Not
saw
on-
most of the ATPTs and ATSTs.
They make
and
me
those are
really.
Not on-
They're
Not
don't-
on
They make,
Ewok.
you know
make
what?
me
Their
uncomfortable.
fur makes
Hey.
good blankets, and they taste good. So there you go.
You don't eat Ewoks.
What?
You,
Yeah,
I mean, if
you
you're
do.
a
You've
hungry
never,
druid,
you never
the
eat
fuck?
an
You're not human.
Ewok.
It's not cannibalism.
you absolutely would if you were hungry.
They play skulls for drums. They're terrible things. They're terrible creatures.
They're
You're a
also
terrible
really
creature.
stupid.
You wouldn't eat an Ewok.
I am a terrible creature.
I bet I would. If someone gave me an Ewok sandwich, I'd eat the fucking shit. out of
Okay,
it.
You
alright,
would have
alright,
downloaded
alright,
Ewok.
alright. If you had to choose between Ewoks and those little fucking bird things from Luke's Island, which would it be?
What?
You know the
Ewok
little
for
bird things?
sure. Ewok.
What do you
They-
mean?
They look way more tasty. Come on.
What
A
is the
little teddy
bird thing
bear?
from Luke's Island?
You don't remember the little bird thing?
I bet they taste good.
What are you
I'm telling
talking
you.
Okay,
now.
hold on.
I just want some.
Oh,
of that
Valamir, you're right.
Some of
It
that
was
blue milk
helmets.
from his.
But I
island.
just assumed there were skulls inside those helmets.
Little birds on Skywalker's Island. These
Didn't they
guys.
do weird? They like. No, I wouldn't want to eat one of those. I'd eat their eggs.
I
Those
just remember
guys.
him drinking the blue milk.
Ugh.
What is Skywalker's Island? What are we talking?
If I could milk something that had blue milk,
Have
I
you
think I'd
not
drink
seen the fucking movies, bro?
I've seen some of them. Which
It's
one?
okay.
What is
You
that
can
from?
skip the sequels. They suck.
it. It did.
You
Everything was
suck.
terrible.
Is that from one of the newer movies?
Yeah.
It's the
No,
shitty Disney
I
ones.
probably
They
did not
suck.
see it.
There, no, you're.
Oh.
I'm with you. I struggle to get into
Wowzers.
the new TV shows coming out for Star Wars because
saw
I
Rogue One.
hated the last 3 movies so much.
Why? They're not for you, bro.
Well, then,
shows were way better than movies.
Redline, you
we're not-
literally asked me a question and then answered it yourself, and I couldn't love you more for it.
Huh?
You asked me a question, and then you immediately answered why I hate it. So thank you.
I did?
Yes, you did. You answered your own question.
I actually used to feel the same way. When people would bitch about the new Star Wars movies, people forget, because it's from my era, right, that those movies are made for kids. Right?
No,
I'm
being
serious.
serious. You asked me a question and you answered it.
Yeah, there's a demographic.
It's not for me. And the thing is Disney fucking took away and literally lit my teenage years favorite book series on fire and threw it all out. Which just fuck you then. Like
the Nancy
not
Drew
you,
series?
but the royal you towards Disney is where the fuck you is directed.
Fuck Disney. Yeah, no, absolutely. Fuck Disney for sure. But I never understood the hate for any trilogy of those movies.
So
when the old ones came out, they were made for that demographic. And when the prequels came out, they were made for a demographic. And the older Star Wars fans were like, no.
I want to answer that in a
it's
very...
the characters and the writing.
Well, yeah, so what pisses me off about it, Redline, is they could have done everything that you just said where they made it for a particular demographic without alienating the older crowd that had gotten really into the expanded universe.
I think
there was so much source material that they could have picked up and tried to do something on and twist. Instead, they went and did what to me felt like a shitty rehash of A New Hope, but made for younger, the modern audience.
Yeah.
It hewed way too fucking close to A New Hope, and just it started off terribly. Then from there, you had an inconsistent vision over the entire trilogy because you had different directors for each one. There was not any consistency between the movies, and it just felt like it lurched from one to the next. So collectively, they don't fit together really well. They fit together the worst out of all three of the trilogies.
Yeah, why do we need Nazis building a third Death Star and Han Solo losing the Falcon? That's stupid. That movie sucked.
Well, then you also have the Rogue One issue, because Rogue One is one of the most famous characters in Star Wars EU, which is Wedge Antilles, and we don't it's. But then it's they shoot Kyle Katarn out the window. There's a whole bunch of really cool characters. I mean, thousands of characters, thousands of stories, and it's you had to go.
Oh, I wonder if they rolled the dice. Maybe they had a spinning wheel to pick who they
went and reinvented the wheel without really pulling much hardly anything at all from source material.
Turns out a square wheel doesn't work.
And there was so much source material.
Not very well, yeah.
And rather, the route that I wish they had gone, I'm not saying that I wanted them to or that I expected them to lift source material in a very exact way, but rather take inspiration from. And instead, it felt like they took inspiration from A New Hope, but didn't actually change that much, and that really bothered me.
A Death Star planet was just stupid.
It's a typical J.J. Abrams movie. He's not good on originality, but he's really good at execution. So, also, y'all want to hear my Star Wars opinion that people are going to hate?
No, we don't.
We don't want to hate you.
I disagree with their originality bit, though. He was one of the creators and author or writers for Lost, and that was fucking great. He can do better.
Oh my god. I can't believe they took Lost.
Talking about the noise coming out of the woods and shit? What?
Lost.
I love that series.
The fucking end's so bad.
What was the smoke monster at the end of the day?
There's only that materials of you're talking about, with where they had all these ideas, they had everything there, not using it, but now what's happening is they're getting criticism because they're taking bits and pieces and they're just kind of paper macheing them together, and then, oh look, we're doing something new, and then it's really making people mad because you destroyed everything before, didn't allow us to have it. Now you're hijacking and then pulling little bits and pieces, but you're never giving the proper respect of what had come before. They go, well, it's our new stuff, and you're like, what the heck's going on here? And so it's a real mess right now.
Kathleen Kennedy is the worst thing to happen to fucking running Star Wars.
Yes.
Like
Ethel, did you say Ethel Kennedy?
Kathleen Kennedy.
Kathleen from Disney.
Isn't Ethel
Not
Kennedy?
Ethel.
Wasn't that his JFK's mom? Right?
I hope not. That
Oh,
would be an
I don't know,
awful
maybe.
thing to say.
I think it is.
No, that
I mean,
So-
it certainly didn't help Star
They're,
Wars
like-
either. Though.
I didn't know Star Wars at all.
I've mentioned it on the
Hey,
show
so
before, but
listen.
like the
Here's the thing. Skyhawk, you talked a lot before. I wanted to say kind
Yeah,
of
go
a
ahead.
thing. You had a lot to say about Star Wars, and I gotta remind you, man, as invested as you are in it, the movies aren't always going to be made for us, right? They're going to
Of
be
course.
made for that demographic.
literally, I'm the
and
least
I
likely
think-
critic. in
I
general.
think that. Oh, okay, cool.
like I'm
'Cause,
typically
like,
not a movie critic
I
at
went
all.
I went into watching those movies with the lens of like, okay, look, this is made for today's youth, right? And it was flashy. It was, quick. It shifted gears. It did the Harry Potter thing with the multiple directors, so it felt like the movies were just like changing directions and got darker as they went on. And the twist, and the somehow Palpatine returned. Ugh, chef's kiss. But I digress.
That was
Spoilers, bro.
they changed. They literally
You just ruined
changed.
it. Nobody knew that till just now.
They literally
There's
changed
quite a few
direct-
Star Wars movies I haven't
Eh,
seen so far.
every
you're not gonna watch
Okay,
them.
well,
every
if
time.
you-
every time the
dog,
director.
if you haven't watched the Star Wars movies by now, you're not
Redline,
gonna. And
I don't want to hear you
spoilers-
excuse your spoiler-heavy time tonight because you've been trying to drop a lot of them.
I have not dropped any spoilers.
You've been
Not a
trying
one.
to
You
drop a
wanted
lot of
to.
them, which is the
What am
words
I-
that I chose.
Redline.
You,
Ultimately,
you understand the words that those have meanings, right?
ultimately, the hill that
Oh.
I'll die on this particular
God.
topic is they could have made it for a new audience without alienating the older audience. I will never be convinced that they couldn't have done that, and that's just where I come around to. And that's
Yeah, they
fine.
did it on purpose because they
I
fucking
feel
hate
you.
us.
Yeah.
You know what I did? I used to buy those stupid, like cheap lightsabers, like toys, right? And give them to my kids.
Does it make a noise when you extend it?
No, the cheap ones.
Okay, that's fair.
But I got really good at fighting with two lightsabers. So I got 3 kids, and those fuckers would come at me like gangbusters, just beating. I'd fight them off with 2. And unfortunately, early on, I taught them the trick of, hey, hit the person in the hand. They drop the lightsaber. That's all they do is try to hit me in the fucking hands, little bastards.
Here I am on the bridge of my Star Destroyer with my lightsaber fuckers.
God
Goodness,
bless.
look at you.
Oh, nice one. Man. Does
That's
it
a fan.
extend and come out?
He's
The
a
ones we had,
fan.
you could like flick them and they'd extend out. Yeah.
The
With no
cats,
sounds.
the cats are very freaked out right now. By the way, they are apparently not fans. They're
What'd you
very-
do to them with it?
Nothing. It makes noises.
Are you
it,
sure?
It makes noise, and yeah, I doubt the microphone's picking it up. But
Well,
No,
and
it's
if
not.
it makes a traditional lightsaber noise, it's a fucking vacuum, and most animals don't.
oh,
like
well,
those.
exactly. Yeah, the cat's like, yeah. One of them is slinking off to the bedroom now.
I didn't do it, Daddy. I'm sorry. Quit beating me. We had one of those that, like extended that made noise. But the kids broke it immediately.
This
Which one was the Walmart cheapos?
this is one of the Force FX lightsabers from like the mid 2000s.
I don't know,
My direct.
I know when I was a kid and Star Wars came out, I got to watch that motherfucker in the theater. Actually, a drive-in theater. We didn't have lightsabers back then. We had sticks, and we pretend they were lightsabers. And we beat each other with sticks.
Yeah, I mean, so you guys know construction stakes, like the
Oh,
thing
yeah.
you put a little piece of tape on. Buddy of mine in middle school into high school, his suburban neighborhood backed up to like a big land area between that and the freeway, and that got developed into like Lowe's and Best Buys and shit, a bunch of development shit. And so we used to just go out there and just yoinks a bunch of the construction stakes and have sword fights with them. And now that I'm an
Fuck yeah.
adult, I'm like, oh my god, I bet I made so many people's jobs awful by taking all these stakes that they mark things with. But
God damn it!
at
Get
the
that
time,
fuck
I
out of
wasn't
the
that
remarket.
considerate.
You know that
Hey, we were kids.
that reminds
I mean,
me actually.
it's,
There was I was like 7, 8 years old, just playing with the neighborhood kids, and there was like some construction area where in an alley they were basically marking like where gas lines were, and we were just like, oh, we found all these flags, let's pick all these out and have fun with them. And we did that like 3 different times over a week. where I guess we just must have kept finding them right after they'd redone it. Finally, a guy caught us doing it, like playing with them, and and just freaked the fuck out on us.
Well, because it's a pain in the ass to fucking mark those sons of bitches.
I was hoping
That's
that
funny.
story ended in, and then they hit a gas line.
No, just like they
I guess I can dig here.
Well, yeah, I bet like they kept delaying. They probably kept delaying
called
like
before I
starting
digged.
it, and like they're like, well, we can't do the job till this is done. So the guy keeps coming out to do it, and then it just keeps getting fucked up.
That's funny. That's funny shit.
Yeah, I would have wanted to.
I've pulled them out of my yard when I'm trying to mow before because it pisses me off. Fuck, at least say something to me. Fuck you. Your flags are gone. I throw them in the street.
As you should.
That's the spirit. This is America, Jack.
Yeah, it's my yard, motherfucker.
America.
I already paid my taxes for this, so fuck right off.
Exactly.
I always found it fun.
She's
because I
not
remember
listening.
seeing the original VHS versions of Star Wars. My parents actually didn't let me see Star Wars until I was like 13.
I had them on VHS.
Once what? I remember this because very distinctly because it was literally the last Christmas before I had siblings, so I was like 7 years old. I jokingly refer to it as the last really good Christmas to my brothers, because I'm nice like that. But my dad bought me literally every single Star Wars toy like in the frickin' store that year for Christmas. Like every gift was Star Wars. It was. I kind of credit that actually as like my early start with Star Wars.
I still have my original run of the Millennium Falcon.
Nice.
What I got hooked on Star Wars was the original DOS TIE Fighter game on like 6 floppies.
Oh, I do remember that. It's like the when they shot you, it looked like a star coming at you, right? And you could shoot the round. I mean, you could shoot like they shot you. You could shoot their round. I remember that game. That was fun.
No, you're thinking of the arcade game, I think.
Oh, I had it on a computer too, though.
So I will say this though. I know everybody. There's lots of Wedge fans out there, but in my opinion, Merrick Steele is a better pilot than Wedge.
Don't know who that is.
It's the player character from TIE Fighter. And the reason why I say that is, if you can fly that many missions in a TIE Fighter and survive with no shields, you just got to be that much better than someone in an X-Wing.
Vlad, you do know who the best TIE fighter is, correct? TIE fighter pilot.
Are you going to say Baron Fell?
Suntir Fell?
Yeah, yes.
No, Suntir Fell is not as good as Steele, and there's a reason why. Fell is not force sensitive and Steele is. Therefore, he's got an advantage.
And these guys are all in the movies, right?
No, this is EU.
Oh, so we don't know what you're talking about. Okay.
I
Yeah,
do.
fucking nerds.
Fucking nerd shit.
Isn't that crazy?
All right.
That all it took.
So I'll
was
tell you
saying,
what. I saw
don't
Star
you know
Wars.
that Star Trek is better than Star Wars, and it's boom Star Wars. Like look at all
No,
this.
Star Trek
It's
is
1978 at a drive-in theater. And we were a bunch of us in a van. When I was a little kid, and out the back window on the other screen was the X-rated version of Cinderella, and we got in
All right,
trouble
there's
because we were watching
an
that
X-rated
instead.
version of that?
All right,
Yeah.
friends, we're an hour into the after show. Let's start rolling
Are we?
through final shots, final thoughts. I don't have a magic, video
Redon, you
play.
of course were using that 15 minutes to get everything ready, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, that's all we
I
used,
didn't think you
15
did,
minutes, right?
so that's why I said that.
I appreciate
did,
you
in
circling
fact.
back to that,
Oh.
Don.
Thank you.
We were being very efficient the whole time, I'm sure we were.
I was right. I felt like I was.
Akrov,
It's all ready. Everything's ready.
You're up first for final shots, final thoughts.
Thanks for sticking with us too, bud. We appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's a little quieter now. We're still talking.
Handsome.
But it's
I would have felt
slightly
bad
less.
if you left. I would have cried.
It's just hard to think or anything sometimes.
Exist. Yeah.
It's okay. It's
But I'm
all
also
breathe
super
sometimes.
tired.
You get wound up.
It is. It is. Skyhawk. I'm a chain smoker. It's hard to breathe.
Fair.
Yep.
My final thought tonight, I guess, is that today I successfully again talked shit to some people about Dominarch's missing legacy rigged Archon.
Did you? Did they
In a
respond?
Reddit comment thread. They didn't, but someone else did, trying to like the whole like mental gymnastics thing of like they renamed it and they told people for a long time not to use it, blah blah blah. And I was like, and then they didn't just unanchor it instead of being like, let's make sure it goes abandoned and then shoot it get all the shit out of it. I was like, okay, yeah, like, good luck with this, buddy.
Because of SEMA, people have been told stop talking about it.
SEMA brings it up a lot too. I see him on Reddit on a pretty good occasion. He brings it up sometimes too. Great guy.
Apparently, he
Joe.
got talked to. Quit talking about that.
I
thought
love
that's
that.
great.
That's funny.
That is
No
fucking
slaves, no masters. Fuck off. That's what he says.
great. SEMA's the
I
best.
hope.
I love it.
I don't know. He's a good guy.
Just remember,
Seems
a man
good fun.
chooses, a slave obeys.
Whoa, guy. I don't know.
What, are we not allowed to say the S word now? Shit.
I'm a Mario supporter. I
It
own
sounded
it.
like some
A Mario Party?
manifesto shit.
You like
It's
Mario
Mario
Party?
Party.
Oh, Mario
shot.
Party? That'd be fun. Is it my turn? My final thoughts. You know what? I'm gonna raise my glass one last time to a great Eve player and great person in the community. And I'm gonna miss you, buddy. Be short and simple. That's all you gotta do. Alon's not listening, so Elby, you're up.
Had quite the week in EVE Online. Monday, we didn't really get any fights. We had a Mamba out. But it seems like whenever I'm not streaming, I get fights. So, like, Tuesday, I put 5 kill marks on the Mamba. And then Wednesday, I lost the Mamba. It's a roller coaster this week.
Oh, wow.
Indeed.
And then no fights in the Exec Navy issue. And then last night, when I went to get my dailies, fight in the Exec Navy issue.
No shit.
The Exec Navy issue versus a Vexer Navy issue. Head to head, fucking brawling it out. The Exec Navy issue comes out on top. No big deal. I got a kill mark on her. Just the way she goes. Ups and downs, man. EVE Online.
But you had fun, though,
How
right?
She's
Yeah.
played. I had fun, yeah. It's a roller coaster. Love it. That's all.
I feel like you
Oh,
had a
yeah.
great time, man. I love
Nice.
shit like that. All right.
I
Sounds
guess-
fun. Melissa,
guess
you got
it's-
anything?
Well, make sure you don't show music from Brazil that is actually called Malint.
Talking about.
What?
Do what now?
What?
I'm confused.
Actual,
Are you talking about Bossa Nova? I think that's out of
no,
Brazil.
there's an actual musician who actually has the name Malint, who you can find on SoundCloud and YouTube. And people said I was self-advertising. I'm like, no, this person's from Brazil. I'm from a different country.
You better watch out for a fucking
Oh.
cease and desist order.
That's funny.
I appreciate that, Millen. That's a very specific thing, but I
Liked it.
do appreciate what you're bringing up.
Redline, you have anything?
It was a
No,
deep-
I don't got shit.
Bullshit. Give us something.
That's not how this works.
What do you want me to give you, dude?
Give me something.
What?
Tell me
shot
how
or a
tell me how
final
great
thought.
I am. Tell me how great I am.
Bro, I want to give a shout out to grass. I don't know if you guys have been touching grass lately, but
I'm
it
allergic.
is so nice outside. It is hard not to touch
It's
grass.
chilly today.
I mowed a week
Um,
ago.
This year too, it's
also-
been great.
Also, gang, I'm gonna start streaming like every day. So
Also
if you wanna come hang out and talk shit about Eve any day of the week, feel free to swing by.
I'm dead serious. I told
I'll
you.
be there.
Let me know when you're gonna get
I'm
started up, and I will come
going-
help you out with
I'm
things.
Going live on Sunday.
And
Perfect.
you're gonna stream
I can
every day of the
join-
week?
I can come hang out
I'm
with you
gonna
after work.
stream every day that I don't have anything to do on a night. So yeah, pretty much.
Goodness.
Do you want to link? Yeah, link your channel. It's okay if we give you permission. If you
Well,
get
he's
banned,
got
if you get
rules.
banned, just don't tell them I told you to do it.
Right there. That's the one. That's from
Not-
the stream.
This channel right here. No, it's not that one, is it?
It's this channel right here. I don't get it. This is the channel. This is Open Comms channel.
Vlad.
Are you?
what's-
No,
Are you
seriously.
gonna
Serious
partner?
question,
Are
Redline.
you gonna partner stream for us?
No, the
serious
account.
Trying to hit those metrics.
the
Are you going to use
I
the
mean,
Redline
you just
channel
said this
or
channel
the
right here.
or the
I'm going to
other
use
one?
the
Your
not
thing used to
Redline
say
13
Nui
account.
Ghost on it.
It did used to say Nui.
I'm
Hey,
wondering
Dave
how
Archer's
you
raiding
did
us. Look at that. We're
But
smarter to leave.
I'm no longer going to pretend to be a news organization since I'm just one guy in a trench coat. So I'll just be one guy in a trench coat.
Why not
that
just get
hangs
two
up.
more guys in a trench coat? Then you could go back to that.
It's easier to be the guy in the trench coat than it is to maintain several guys in a trench coat. Is all I'll say.
That's fair. That's fair.
Like that's, but like I'm still gonna have people on for shows and shit all
You
the
won't,
time.
but not me, right? You said no.
And yeah, you can come on, and we're gonna do Trash Talk Tuesdays
All right,
again.
good.
Can I
And
get
it'll be a good
exclusive
time.
interviews?
Oh, that'll be
if you want
fun.
to.
No, Daylight. Drayden had a long work day, and he is not here
Yeah,
tonight.
he wasn't hosting the stream. I stepped in for him to host it tonight since he had a lot of trouble.
Drayden said,
today.
"Fuck you guys," and he left.
He hates us.
Drayden was touching grass and breathing air.
I'm not sure if
I
we'll
still
ever
wanna
see
ask
that
the
vice
question
president
for,
again.
to Redline though. Are you doing it on the New Eden Post Twitch, or do you have a new Twitch? So
There is no New Eden Post Twitch.
There's no. Okay, so it's gonna be a brand new one.
So
No,
what happened to it?
The Twitch account in the chat that's not Redline13. That's that account. That's the account I'm streaming on. It'll
Are you getting rid of
I
the
get
other?
it.
right
Never
there.
mind. I get it. I got it. Figured it
Redline
out.
check main cast, because you'll know the answer to that question.
Yeah, just /raid and then put
Oh,
in the name of the
just
channel.
name. Okay.
I'll get looking.
Yeah.
Sorry to counter raid soon with
But yeah.
later.
I know, Dave. I'm sorry.
Nah, it'll be
Appreciate you
fine.
stopping.
So there's that, and then I'm gonna put more refined stuff on my YouTube channel, and that's my final shot, final thought.
Okay.
Very cool. Skyhawk.
Gonna kind of echo where you were going, actually, Dominarch, and just leave it simply at fuck cancer. Yeah, leave it at that.
Worthy.
And, it's devastating. It just is.
I learned that personally recently, so yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you experienced the loss too.
How about you, Vlad?
Glad you're up.
I'm just happy for the community we have and hang out with friends on a Friday night. And yeah, fuck cancer.
I do enjoy hanging out with you guys. I like
Man.
you guys.
You guys are pretty okay.
I like all the you know what all the Eve players. No matter what side you're on.
No,
You know,
not
for
all
me,
of them.
I don't. Well, for me, I don't.
Look.
I like y'all.
Look,
I'm not
I'm
gonna
just
talk
gonna
about all of
say
them,
it.
just
I'm
you
gonna
guys.
say it.
I like you.
There's
I
a
like
lot
everyone.
of Eve players that live down in the south that do some weird things, like with personal information and shit, and it's spooky and
You're
it's
not wrong.
sketchy,
You're not
and
wrong.
I don't like it. I hate it mostly, but it's weird. That's all I'm saying.
This community, though, like I don't know, I didn't fall into like even though I've been a Eve player for 15 years, I didn't fall into like the online part of the community with streaming and all the extra discords and whatnot
So you were just playing Eve.
Yeah, I was actually just playing the game, and then I felt like I unlocked this whole other level of universe. And then 2022 went to my first Eve meetup, and then immediately it was. Like I took a new drug that I got addicted to and just fell in love with it.
You found one of
and
those?
like I don't know, I love this community overall. Like my favorite aspect is how global it is, because what other opportunities do I have in life to in the same day talk to friends of mine from multiple countries
All
in
over,
Europe, someone from somewhere over in Asia, New Zealand, Australia, literally just global, but then also make friends with those people, talk to them about things out of game, getting a truly global perspective. It's a unique blessing to have in one's life, I feel.
Absolutely.
I agree. Yeah, it's funny because when it comes to the community thing, I started a long time ago too, but I actually got right into the community part of it right off the bat, and I'm so glad I did. I've loved it.
I wish
really.
I'd found it sooner, and now y'all stuck with me.
I mean, I just
Yeah,
started in
'cause-
2022, but I'm liking it so far.
Right.
You
I'm
guys-
kind
I
of like
am-
you, Skyhawk. I didn't really get a chance to do a lot of that till Vegas 2017 when
Hold
I
up.
could actually afford to go to this shit.
Our
Akaroff,
raid
you've
is
only been
about to kick
playing
off, by
since
the way.
2022.
All right, friends, I am sending us on a raid.
I started
know.
in January of 2005. Redline.
Oh shit! I was gonna say, how did we give this man a platform?
Just being dumb,
Bigglesworth, word. All right.
being silly. Hey, this is
Biggles,
like a fun
right?
guy. What's that flag?